Hey, you guys. Well, let less than 10 minutes. We can let that slide, right? Let's do the things, the tweet things and the Discord things, and then we will get going. Hello, Twitter. We got the tweet. Let's also send a Discord. Where's Discord? Ooh, there's other things going on in Discord that I can't look at because I have to do this. I can't even see this. I have to put this on my other monitor. Let's see. Okay. Yes, really tell everyone, because otherwise, how will anyone know? Because Twitch is only... Man, I don't even know what I'd put the odds of Twitch telling anybody anything. I forgot to test my chat. Let's make sure that's working. Oh, shit. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. For a split second, I thought my chat widget was broken. I was going to be super pissed. But it appears to be okay. Victoria, hello. Thank you for joining me. Stephanie. Oh, just getting up to be productive. I know that feeling, or at least that intention. Hopefully I won't distract you for too long. I'm kind of intending for this to be a short stream because I'm still not quite 100%. Lunar eclipse, sunburned, Rizma. Thank you guys all so much for joining me. I'm gonna try and make sense today. Those of you who were on Thursday's stream know I was not feeling the best. I'm still kind of not. The good news is I'm not actually sick, like with a cold, but the bad news is that I still feel like crap. I'm pretty sure that I'm just having a bad reaction to the air quality. There's like an air quality alert or warning or whatever because the smoke from the fires in, I don't know, California or Canada or some shit are just like coming down this way. And that is normally something that can bother me. Productivity can wait. Okay, so I want to... Okay, we remembered to test chat, we remembered to tweet, we remembered to Discord. The camera battery is charging, so we'll deal with that in a minute. I've got one of the things that I need here. Let's get a napkin, or a paper towel rather. So, I always think that gradients are awesome. There are a couple different ways you can do them, of course. I usually use a sponge, but I've always wanted to try with a fan brush. So, God, and this fan brush is kind of green. What did I use you for last time, fan brush? So today we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully it goes well, because otherwise I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I need... We'll get this lid for testing, and maybe a different lid for the, for once we get to the tutorial part. And, get out the rest of the polishes that I was going to use also. Oh, the color paints. I love that collection. I really, maybe a sneeze, you guys? Okay, or maybe not. It'll probably creep back up on me in like 30 seconds. It's such a versatile collection. It makes me realize that I need more jellies in my collection because I go to those so often. Sometimes I feel like I suck at it too, Lunar Eclipse. I don't know if you saw my my 4th of July fan brush design. I mean, it was okay, but I feel like it's not something I'm a pro at using yet. Dynamite 1992. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Okay. So I was thinking, I think I mentioned before possibly trying this with the OMGs, but I really liked the way the Color Club looked. These are the Halo Chromes, and I had the silver on, and it was so gorgeous that I thought, instead of doing more with the OMG collection, which I've already done like many tutorials with. Can't quite get them all in there. I don't want to zoom out too far. I'm not sure which of these I'm using yet. I'm gonna do a couple tests. But if you missed the haul of these, it's up on YouTube. I forget what day last week I even did it. Like Tuesday or Wednesday on Twitch. And just kind of showed you guys the color. And then I did a manicure with the silver. And it's a little bit hard to see the hollow. There you can kind of catch it. The ring light really, because it's coming from like all angles, is not the best for showing off the hollow. But at the end of that stream, I turned off my ring light and just used one of my lamps and really was able to show off the hollow a little bit better. You're looking for ideas, Sunburn? Well, I hope I can pull this off successfully. Let's just stick the camera over here. We don't need that quite yet. I'm hoping to only need to do a couple little tests. And I'm just going to, like in my polished sketchbook, whoa, we've got little pieces falling out here. So, of course, usually start at the top, which is the stamping that we did a couple weeks ago on 8/3, because I remembered to to stick a date in there. And I'm sorry that my voice is also kind of feel like it's like half froggy and half hoarse. And then like in the middle of the page, we have our smooshy testing from just last week. And then we've got a little bit of extra room down on the bottom here, but it's much easier to access it if we just flip the whole notebook upside down. So today is what, the 18th? Let's make a note here. 8/18/18. Is that like a lucky date? 8/18/18? Seems like it could be if you're superstitious. So, let's do like this. I was gonna like look up some tips or a tutorial on like how to properly use the fan brush, because like I said, I've never really done it before. I know I've seen it a couple times, and I was running kind of late this morning, and when I first did a search, like nothing was coming up that was helping me, and I didn't have time to like do a better search. So we're just gonna go on my possibly faulty memory and see how it turns out. Hundreds of people getting married because of the day. I mean, it's cool. I can appreciate the numerical coolness of it. I don't know if I would want to build an important event in my life just around that, though. That seems kind of like a little bit cheesy. You guys, this is so sad. Can you, come on, camera. This much this much acetone left. I do not have a spare. I need to go to the store so bad. We're just going to put out a little bit. It evaporates so quick. We can't afford to lose any to evaporation this week. Your cousin's birthday. Okay, so the way that I recall seeing this was like people would dot out like a couple, 3 little drops of color if you're using 3 colors, and then like get it on the brush and then brush it on the nail. So I think we'll try that. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if there's a problem, if I can figure out how to resolve the problem. And if all else fails, we'll figure out something else to do with these hollows. C4, hello. Turned 40 on 11/11/11. Be good luck, and honestly, it was no different than any other day. Isn't that always the way? It's like, ooh, it's so lucky, and then you go and it's like, oh, actually it's normal. Okay, so I should probably just quickly, before I start doing things, I should go over these colors again for anybody that missed the haul. And for anybody that missed it, this was an accident because one of the other bottles in this shipment like had a little problem and basically exploded all over everything. This blue is Oh the Irony. The pink is Love or Luster. The purple, Metal of Honor. We've got Good as Gold, Tougher Than Nails, and Beg, Borrow, and Steal. I really did enjoy wearing this, by the way, and I did record a polish in motion that I have not edited. I think the last 3 or 4 polish in motions that I actually recorded, I didn't edit. I honestly don't know when I'm gonna get them up, you guys. Best of intentions and poor follow through. It's like fucking the story of my life. You went and ordered polish after watching the stream. Well, I mean, sorry, not sorry, Sunburnt. Catching up on them on YouTube and waiting for today's. Oh, thank you, C4. I'm so glad that that people like having them re-uploaded to YouTube, because I mean, Twitch of course has the VOD, but the VODs expire in it's quite quick since I'm not a partner. I think it's only like 2 weeks. So they don't stick around forever. They don't stick around really very long at all. And aside from just like the urge to not like lose anything, like so often I've seen in like other people's streams, it's like, oh, remember when you streamed such and such? Is that video still up? And it's like, no, it's gone. All that's left is like a 45-second clip of a couple entertaining parts, and I don't want to lose, you know. I mean, sometimes nothing really goes on and we're just hanging out or whatever, but sometimes there's like interesting information or stuff that you don't even realize is interesting until you want to reference back to it later. So I'm glad that you guys, when you can't make it here, enjoy them on YouTube. A good influence, yes. You spent money, but you saved money, so it's all good, Sunburnt. Still learning this one. Yeah, someone, I think... No, my memory's not gonna cooperate. I don't remember who suggested I should do an FAQ about Twitch, and I think that's a good idea. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, because you guys... I think you guys are used to my somewhat disorganization problem. But I think I would like to do an FAQ of things on Twitch, because it's not hard, but there's a lot of pieces to it, and it's different than YouTube in a lot of ways. Dr. Crotron, hello. How are you today? I was getting ready for stream, I was watching Monstaller was doing a no reset run, and he was in the Coliseum, and it was making me want to go in the Coliseum. You guys probably can actually hear me slurping my tea too. I apologize. Oh, I'm just full of apologies today. Okay, let's be full of nail art instead. So, we're like right, okay, about like that. So, let's do a dot of the pink, a dot of the purple, and a dot of the blue. Now, like, my understanding of this is that, like, with a little bit of back and forth, whoa, that just picked up, like, the whole thing. We've kind of got it blended on here. Let's... Oh! Yeah. That's, like, not bad at all. I mean, the pink and the purple are very close. I feel like you lost a lot of the purple. But, I mean, as far as, application, I mean, it does kind of almost automatically create that gradient for you. And then I've got, like I mentioned, my acetone off to the side, just cleaning the brush off, and then we get a little bit spiky. So then maybe the next one might actually be a little bit trickier, because we don't want the spikes in this situation. Let's take out the purple, because it's so similar. And let's add in the silver, maybe? Pink and blue and silver? Pink, blue, silver. Oh, okay. Now, as the polish gets on there, it kind of goes back away from being spiky back to like a normal. And just like a slight bit of up and down just to kind of help blend them. Like that. I mean, I feel like it's not as blendy as with a sponge. But I mean, it's certainly a gradient. I like it. That's really, really similar to what I did just a couple weeks ago, though. What did I end up going with that? Purple, blue, and silver, and now we're pink, blue, and silver. Let's use some different colors. Oh gosh, chat's moving so quickly. How am I feeling? I'm not great, Doc. I've identified, I think, the problem, is the air quality is fucking with me. But, I'm hanging in there. You want to start streaming, but you still have to look up what all you need and stuff. There are a lot of good tutorials out there. There's a ton of good tips. And, I mean, if you have any questions, C4, you can definitely ask. I mean, the main thing, of course, is, like, good internet so that you can put out a good stream without dropping a bunch of frames. I use OBS to... What is the word? Cast, I guess. And OBS is what lets me put everything, laid out like this. And then, well, 3 webcams like I have is certainly not required. I mean, if you're gaming and stuff, you don't even necessarily have to have a webcam. So, a portion of all the nail polish sales. You placed 3 orders in the past month. Oh, yeah. I mean, some sites have affiliate programs, Stephanie. I'm not a member of very many. I used to have a couple others that I was active with, and I can't even really remember. But really, the only affiliate program I'm in right now is Amazon, which for some things definitely is okay, but for nail polish, they're usually not going to be the best like the best price. If you do need anything from Amazon, please feel free to use my affiliate link. It's down in my profile underneath the video player under the support section, or you can I think I have a command for it too, and I don't remember if it's exclamation Amazon or exclamation affiliate, but I do get a portion of those sales, a little small tiny percentage for referral fee. Dr. Crotron has his creative side. I don't remember where he told me the last time we were working on gradients. Dr. Crotron does Gundam figurines, so he was considering crafty applications of the nail polish techniques. Moon Bandit, enjoy your lurk. Thank you for hanging out. I think this combination I'm gonna try. I was kind of thinking of this last night too, and I'd kind of forgotten about it because like these, I love these colors. These are like, well, you can even see like back when we were. I mean, it's like all this all over again. So let's give a try with blue, green, and gold. I mean, I love these colors too, but I feel like they're less of like a go-to than like purple and silver. I like that. And really with that much polish, it's kind of enough. I mean, probably on the nail you would still want to do 2 coats, but like drops of that size are enough to do the first coat for 2 nails. What do you guys think of that? I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, could also do like blue, green, and silver. Let's try that also. Ah, old eyebrow brushes with the combs. I know exactly what you mean, Lunar. I'm pretty sure I have one. The location. Lenzer Denzer, hello. Yay nails indeed. Well, testing first, then nails. My nails are naked right now, and you guys, those nice, lovely quick patches we did. Was it just Tuesday? Yeah, those failed on me, and I had to redo them last night. I was not pleased with that. I'm used to patches lasting longer most of the time, but I also was not surprised by it because they were both so close to the free edge. And it has always been my experience that the closer to the free edge it is, like the one on my thumb is like right there. The closer to the free edge it is, the harder it is to get it to hold. Sparkly, hello. Thank you for joining us. It does look very beach inspired. I like the blue, green, and gold. Anne does nails. Hello. What did I just say? I was gonna try blue, green. Of course, I could. Well, okay. Let's be realistic here. So we don't want to get much bigger than this. This is actually already too big for my nail. We gotta. I'm always bad with that when testing. It's like I start getting these huge things. I mean, even like when we were doing the stamping and I realized, hey, this whole design isn't going to fit on my nail. So I'm kind of tempted to try 4 colors, but at the same time with this particular technique, I don't know how that would necessarily work on my nail. Of course, I mean, look at 2, like even on the lid, it's looking really nice. I wonder if it would be awesome or if it would be a disaster to just, instead of applying polish on the lid, and applying it on the brush from the lid and then applying it on my nail, I wonder if it would be a disaster to apply the drops directly on my nail. And then, God, and then gradient them right on my nail. A sunrise, yeah. Yeah, definitely need to get a nail patch or something, or even, I mean, like in dire circumstances, even just a little bit of clear polish, because if there's nothing holding it down or together, what cued me into the fact that the patch had failed was getting my hair caught in my nail, and then that's always like a moment where I like freeze because I don't want to like pull in the wrong direction and then like just rip it and make it even worse. Yeah, the flat surface does tend to make it come out bigger too, C4. Okay. Where are we here? Okay, this will be good. Silver, blue, green. We're running out of space on our page here also. That's okay. See, I like that too. I think, well, now this one, God, the glare is so real. I'm trying to show you guys this one here. Like I had a little bit of a curve to how I was doing it, and then the gradient turned out curved, but probably with a few more sweat. Ooh, I went the wrong direction and now it's just a mess. That is something I need to be careful. It's so easy to just, and then stuff's not where you planned it to be. Okay, so things to watch out when doing a manicure. Keep your gradient in the right direction and keep your strokes straight. Your accents you did are your first smooshies. A cotton bag inside of a snack size bag. Nice, and it worked, C4. That's so awesome. Yeah, it makes it look different than a sponge gradient. I agree. I wonder if that would transfer onto the nail, too. I wonder if I should be... No, that's another consideration. I wonder if I should be using a base coat, or rather a base color when I do this. Let's, okay, we've got a little bit of room up here. We're switching back to where we actually have room on here. I'm gonna try and just, use some very smaller drops. Like this. So that's like silver, blue, green, and gold. And I think, yeah, that's like about nail width. I think 4 colors is a little bit too much for the current length of my nails. At certain times in the past, I probably would have been able to easily get a 5-color gradient. And I wonder too, like the other thing with testing, like testing is invaluable. I always recommend testing, but you have to keep in mind, like we were just talking about, the flat surface. Okay, your nails are not flat. Also, I mean, just like the difference, so like, where are we? The difference of how this looks on the lid versus how it looks on the paper, which I think is just because this is paper, this is, what is the word I'm looking for? Not porous, but, you know, it's not as smooth as the plastic lid. I think part of the reason we got the nice kind of streakier effect here is because of the plastic lid, because Or maybe it's due to the amount of polish. Let's try one more on the paper test. Fluorescent yellow, pink, and blue. Well, if you did gradient with them, you could basically do a rainbow because they would blend together. Yellow and pink to orange, pink and blue to purple, blue and yellow to green. Daggit, hello. Yeah, Victoria, it is. It's almost. Oh my God, you guys. I am so sorry that my voice is such shit today. It's like if I concentrate on, like, I don't know, extending my vocal cords and not being hoarse, I feel like I can keep my voice at a normal voice. But as soon as as my attention goes to like the testing or the nail polish, I feel like my vocal cords are just like, oh. That's not descriptive, I know, but that's what it feels like. Yeah, the water spotting. You might have heard it by C4. Can do it with other things than nail polish too. I've done it a handful of times, and I think, well, I know that at one point I did use hairspray because the hairspray is still up there. It's like I was never really using it on my hair anymore, and so it's moved into being a nail polish supply rather than just hairspray. The first thing I heard of doing it with was actually spray hand sanitizer. And I've also heard of doing it with plain alcohol, although I didn't have super great results with that myself. Okay, so now we've got some bigger drops, and it's also a little bit tricky. Let me get in the center here. Like, my notebook is thick enough that I'm in danger of accidentally hitting my ring light with the brush. See, now, with that, we did get a little streakier again with the slightly more bigger drops of polish. But I feel like we still didn't get quite the same effect as we did on the lid. Well, it doesn't matter. It's kind of going to be a crapshoot of how it turns out on the nail, I think, is the lesson learned here. Probably, now most base coats are a little bit like grabby or sticky, even if they're not a sticky base coat. If you have a base coat that's glossy, I'd kind of say get rid of it because it's harder for things to adhere to something glossy. You know, your base coat, you want your base coat to be grippy, not slippy. Ha. Put that on a t-shirt. So I think just because of that, I'm leaning more toward being inclined to using a base color. Do I have... Uh-oh. Where did it go? I bought a new bottle of, is it really not in here? Am I just blind? I bought a new bottle of China Glaze, white on white. And I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Of course, now that brings up another question. God, each question brings up another freaking question. I wonder how these would look over a black base. Maybe they'd pop even more over a black base. Are these? They're not too wet. Okay, we're going to a new page, you guys. Let's where am I? Here. Yes, similar, but not the same. And it depends too, I think, on the type of hairspray even. Okay, a little bit of black. Well, do I have... Alright, hold on. Let me look at this. Oh, China Glaze's color is not called white on white. It's called white out. Who's white on white then? Maybe Sally Hansen. So what happened to the new bottle of... Oh, okay. I think I know. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Found it. It was, got stuck in with the OMGs. Lorca, hello. And Jerry, hello. Everybody's coming through. Saturday streams are the best streams. No, all streams are good streams. Saturday does usually seem to be a very hopping day, though, and I'm not sure if it's because it's Saturday and people just have time, or because it's one of my scheduled days and people know that awesome nail stuff is about to go down. Okay, so let's give that just a second to dry, and then we'll see. Well, okay, so I was just talking about how, like, the paper is different than the plastic lid, and both are different than your nails. Even just, like, doing a coat of polish on the paper, I think you can kind of still see in the light there, like, it doesn't create a completely smooth surface. You can still definitely see the texture of the paper unless you get actually a couple layers of polish, which I'm not going to. This series, I love this serious command, you guys. Oh, you think Barney's having the same issues like me? Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that even less sensitive people, it affects them and they maybe just don't notice as much as I do. I have asthma, so I think that's why it really tends to get to me. Which I'm talking about the air quality for people who weren't here earlier. I'm pretty sure I identified that as the source of my crappy feeling. And the alert or the warning or whatever doesn't expire until, like, tomorrow, late afternoon, I think. Okay, take away the quotes, Jerry. Ain't no speed running. You're speed running. It's a timer. You're getting golds. You're getting PBs. You're getting the community of speedrunners dropping into your stream. I was really sleepy last night. I I was listening, and you know how you're just chilling and you're listening and you blink really slow, and then you realize you're sitting there with your eyes closed and you're kind of almost asleep, and you kind of like come back to yourself. That's what happened to me last night, and I looked around and I'm like, whoa, any percent people, I think, right? Visuals and all those guys. Cat with allergies is a weird thing. I think a lot of animals have allergies and people maybe just don't even think about it if it's not too bad. Dude, around this time of year, he would get really itchy, and it's also usually the worst time of year for my eye reactions to allergies, where your eyes just get all like itchy, swollen, crusty, and gross. But he would lick bald patches in his fur, and we would have to get him some medication so that he's not just like completely suffering. And even Beanie, like I've noticed, like this time of year, I mean, obviously cats always have like sleepers in their eyes or whatever, you gotta clean their face, but like this time of year, it's like you can really pull some goobers out of there. I think Beanie definitely has allergies too. And I invited him in. He refused to hang out. He seems to hang out more for the evening streams. During the day, he's like, yeah, I've got other shit to do, thanks. Yeah, Jerry talks some good shit about himself, Sunburnt, but he's doing pretty good. His, I anticipate seeing his Jerry percent. We could put quotes on the Jerry percent. I'll allow that. But I expect to see his Jerry percent time sub 1.5 hour pretty soon. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Daggett. That's kind of I've been having well, you guys can hear like my voice is just not like it's not on an even keel today. I go from being normal to being hoarse to sounding like I'm going through puberty or some shit. But the other thing that it's been really doing to me that's bugging me is making me kind of like dizzy vertigo type of feeling. Like as soon as I sit up out of bed in the morning, I'm like, it's an unpleasant feeling. The only, well, I don't know if I should say that, but one of the only feelings that's worse to me than being dizzy is actually being nauseous. But being dizzy, you know, kind of to me feels like the precursor to getting nauseous, and it's awkward, and yeah, it exhausts you. Yeah, warnings to stay indoors, especially for sensitive groups, which, I mean, I'm a sensitive group. Plus, it's hot as hell, so I do have my air conditioning on, so at least that's, you know, somewhat filtered, but still gotta go outside with the puppy and stuff. Yeah. Well, and it gets worse depending on the uh jet stream. So like if the jet stream's going, you know, particular direction or whatever, sometimes it like just brings, especially when there's like Canadian fires, it'll zoom the smoke right down into Minnesota. I know last night when the sun like, okay, it's not uncommon for the sun to be red when it's setting, but it's not really normal for the sun to be red when it's like still a good ways up in the sky. Like there was so much smoke in the air that the sun was red. The licking thing in the spring. Yeah, and they do, I mean, if it gets really bad, they do have some medications. They even have a new one the past couple years. It's like when you start seeing animal prescription commercials, just like you see people prescriptions commercials. But then it was like, oh hey, actually, that might be good for my animal. Oh, mold counts. See, I'm allergic to mold too. I'm allergic to everything. I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic to dogs. I'm allergic to trees and grass, mold and dust and like all that shit. It's so lame, you guys. Mm. Oh, you had to cut your trip to the zoo short. Yeah, well, and that's my thing too, because it's like I thought it might have been heat related, but then it like kind of dawned on me it's probably more air quality related. Pollen, yeah. Corn. Surrounded by corn. Ninja, hello. I won't taunt you with chickens today, unless I see you in Jerry's stream later. Mm. Okay. My son. Dag it. Oh. Is it different for you too, Moon? I was like, it looked different, and then I was like, well, what color was it before? And then I couldn't remember, and then I doubted myself. Ribbons, hello. Christy, hello. Oh my god, so much chat. Oh. I think it's because the gold. I think it was gold before. That was just too bright and colorful for a Hollow Knight runner. Okay. Okay. We gave these plenty of time to dry. Where are we here? Let's do another blue, green, and gold test, except this time we're gonna be going on top of the... Well, that wasn't very close together. That should have been closer. I guess it's okay. We'll get it to work. We just gotta remember to do it closer together for sure. On the nail. Okay, that I can see that wasn't quite as dry as it appeared to be. That's a muddy mess. That actually makes me kind of disinclined to do... Oh, I'm out of acetone! This is what happens when you try to clean your brush in a dish that does not have acetone. So that would be a definite no as far as black for the base color. And the white kind of got overwhelmed by... It's like the brush started picking up the black, even though it appeared to be dry at first glance, but it wasn't. I think we are going with the blue, green, and gold. For those of you who are just joining us, here are the better examples of that color combination. The question is, though, do we want it on our nail like this, or, well, let's do this way. Do we want it on our nail like this direction, or like this direction? Gold at the cuticle, or gold at the tip? I need to, let's do like this. We'll stick you down here. We'll let that other page dry. We'll stick this over here. The Twilight Zone Hotel. Ninja, you gotta stop staying in such sketchy hotels. Sakrista, trying to adult. Thank you for joining us, even if it's to lurk. Lurkers make the world go round, so... Well, I would tell you to enjoy your housework, but unless you're like one of those people that really loves cleaning, that's probably unlikely. But enjoy your lurk. I hope I can at least keep you company while you're adulting. Have so failed in that. I know the feeling, sunburnt. Oh my god. Just got back from your adulting. Yeah, they're all pretty opaque, Anne. I think part of the problem was, I think there's multiple parts of the problem. Part of it is just the paper, like we were talking about. Part was I don't think the black was fully dry. So I'm leaning toward either using the white as a base. And wouldn't it be so nice, you guys, if my new bottle of white was as awesome as my new bottle of black and just one coat and like great? Or use the silver as a base, which I think would be probably, well, maybe we'll use the white. Let's just say that. We're going to use the white. We're going to stick the black away. We'll keep these out. We don't need this. Got all these things here. Okay, and we've got let's get this little bit of polish off of here. Like that. Okay. We have a plan, you guys. Let me get my battery and get my tutorial camera ready to go here. I always gotta remember, like, to at least periodically check my lens for big gigantic fingerprints. I know there have been a couple times where I've been like editing a video and I'm like, what the hell exactly happened here? And then I realized, oh, I had like a thumbprint in the middle of my lens. No wonder everything looks a little bit weird and out of focus here. Was gonna cut the grass, but the weather had something to say about it. Raining again, Jerry, or just too hot? Starts from a hot color and goes to a cool color kind of thing. That's kind of what I was thinking too, Lunar. Well, I'm leaning that way. We'll see if I change my mind by the time we get there. Did the weather say play with Harley instead? See, 4 votes for gold at the tip. Poor Harley got a shower outside. Aw, poor Harley. Accent nail in the opposite direction. I like that idea, Sunburn. I've done that before a couple times. Your parents are dog sitting so you can do floor, so you have to adult. Didn't she hate that? It's like, oh, I got other people involved. Now I have to for sure do this. And that is actually such a thing, because I don't think these would be as bad, because I mean, you know, the blue and the green are not that dark, but oh my god, the other week when I was doing the smooshie and I had the black, the cleanup was just Such a pain in the ass. Me too, sunburnt. You gotta. I don't want to say gotta hold a gun to my head because that seems kind of damn dramatic, but that's one of the things I like about streaming. Honestly, is I mean we're having fun here and we're hanging out, but it is kind of forcing me to adult. If you, I mean, I have to count nail arting as adulting. Nail arting. Now there's a new verb for you, because I mean, shit, trying to make this my job. trying to get shit going. So gotta, like, so often I know perfectly well I could record a tutorial during the week, but so often it would come down to Saturday and I'm like, okay, let's get this done so we can just upload it tomorrow, and I would still not do it, and I would put it off, and then it would be Sunday trying to have a concept, do testing, record the tutorial, do the editing, do the uploading, do the metadata, all in one day, and it was ridiculous. So even though I'm still kind of cutting it close, I feel like getting it done on Saturday is like so much better than doing it on Sunday. Raining pretty heavy. Yeah, we need it here. It's like people's lawns are starting to look really dry. I think it's supposed to rain on Monday. Oh. And hello, caters. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm like stretching my back out here. Beachy is the only reason you go for gold tip. When you have them facing other people, that's true. It's mainly just you guys, though. Nobody in real life gets to see my nails because I just fucking stay home. I guess that's not fully true. I actually need to go out after stream and go get my prescriptions. Okay. This is really gross, so I'm just going to dump it and get some fresh acetone to clean off my nails. And then we can get started on the tutorial, you guys. Let me grab a paper towel. Well, a couple paper towels, because why not? Like, I should have, like, included paper towels just in my my nail polish essentials list, because I mean, even if you don't like to, like, work on a paper towel like I do, always have a paper towel nearby, because you never know when you're going to have a disaster. It's an excuse for you not to adult. I always tell myself, Sunburnt, that I'm going to adult while streaming, but like 95% of the time that doesn't happen. Aw, Ninja. You don't have to study all day. Start a stream. I'll raid you. I'll stop streaming right now and raid Ninja if he were to go stream. And everybody would just have to be sad, but... Yeah, or stream tomorrow, Ninja. Stream tomorrow afternoon. Trying to think here. Like whatever time Dr. Crotron starts to whatever time I start, I need something to fill in my time right there. Or whatever time Dr. Crotron ends until whatever time I start. It's like, you know, maybe an hour or two. A mural in your bathroom. What kind? I'm like, that would be so cool. What kind of a mural are you painting, C4? Dag will be streaming tomorrow afternoon. You'll be racing, right, Daggett? Is it race day? Oh yeah, your computer was broken. Did you fix your computer, Ninja? Oh, it's a tournament match. Gotta be all official. That always is a little bit kind of sad to me. Like, I mean, I get it, but it's like, I don't know. I watch a handful of streamers that don't have a cam, like on a regular basis, you know, not just because of tournaments and stuff, but I personally really, really much prefer watching streamers with a cam. I mean, I suppose you could. You could, excuse me, have like a Discord audio channel instead of having it like on your stream, right? Uh-oh, dripping water all over myself. You guys can't see though, it's down here. Okay, clean the nails. Focus. Because I don't want to run too late, you guys, because today our friend RPG Jerry is living up to the first part of his name. He is starting a new RPG. And I always like to see at least the very beginning. I mean, like, it's hard to absolutely... I mean, RPGs are, like, long. And, it's hard to always necessarily catch, like, the entire game. Although there are a few that I have, you know, really made the effort not to miss any, like Xenoblade. But I always like to at least catch the very beginning of an RPG, because then I feel like I have a clue what the hell's going on. Like, there, you know, the premise of everything usually gets laid out in those first couple hours, and, you know, character building and world building, and just, you know, easier to pick up later in the game if you at least know how everything started out. So, we'll have to see if I can make that happen. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to catch the VOD. I mean, I'm not averse to doing that either. 'Cause sometimes when I'm up late, it's like, man, nobody's streaming. What am I gonna watch? So sometimes it is nice to have a VOD I want to watch. For those situations. 9 PSD to rage quit PSD. No, I'm not 2 PST. I'm well, okay, it's 4, because I start at 6 Central. Yeah, so Dag will be on before me. Of course, I don't know how long the rando will take. I mean, I suppose it varies. The size of a walk-in closet. Yeah, definitely post a pic. Yeez. Yiz? Ez? Yeez? Wise? Yiz? 7. Gotta Google the pronunciation for that, Jerry. Okay. No, I already said that. Okay. Keep caught up with chat. That's my most recent challenge. I think I actually did not bad on Thursday. Like Thursday when I was doing Hollow Knight, my goal was not to scroll back up on chat, even when I was like feeling like I was missing stuff. Was like try to just keep up with chat as. In fact, maybe I can. Let's do like this. Yeah, and then let's. There. That's bad. Well, actually, no. Well, can I just do like... I want to do a custom percentage of zoom. Usually I have my Windows zoom to like 125% for Twitch just because it's easier to read chat, but then it's like I want to fit more chat on the screen. But like 110% still seems like a little bit small. Like I can read it, but I don't want to be like... I wish it would let me... Well, I'll mess with that later. I wish it would let me just type in the zoom that I want, but it's like not, it's not just letting me type it. We'll leave it like that. Okay, stop messing with that. At least 1.5 hours. Discord is there's a lot of things you can do in Discord that I don't know how to do yet, C4. But posting pictures and stuff is pretty easy. Like just like chatting back and forth is very easy, and like for the picture there's like just a plus button and you click it and you can pick whatever picture you want to upload. Nuh-uh, Daggett. You can upload directly from your PC. You don't have to upload it anywhere else. It'll Discord will host it. I mean, yeah, I've done that. I was gonna say, usually I do, and a lot of times end up doing it from my phone, but that's like if I have the picture on my phone and I don't want to upload it to my PC just to post it on Discord. Plus, there is also, there's a, like, when you go in my Discord, there's different, they call them channels, so there's, like, an announcements channel, like, where just I post, and then there's, like, a bunch of community channels, so there's, like, general, there's, like, animals, nails, and there's one for questions. So if you have any questions, I will try to answer them, or one of my more knowledgeable friends and mods will step in. Discord's been acting goofy for you the last few days. Yeah, I mean, I like Discord. I like having a place where you guys can hang out when I'm not on stream, and I love seeing like everybody's pictures and stuff. But every now and then it does act goofy, and it took me the longest time just to figure out a couple things. Like, I don't know. It's not hard, but it is one more thing to kind of learn. But to just use it casually, I would say is pretty easy to learn. Oh, yeah, all on your phone. The one thing I don't like about the phone app is like, well, typing on my phone for one thing, but I forget, like, it's different when you upload on the phone versus when you upload on the PC, but I forget exactly what it was that I really didn't like. I don't remember, you guys. And that's okay. Because it's not like, I mean, of shit I could be forgetting, that's pretty minor. Okay. We are going to record a tutorial. And I'm going to hope that in my current somewhat discombobulated state that it turns out okay. So, let's get going here. Starting out with clean, dry nails, we're going to begin with a base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. Oh, so much on the brush. I'm still, you guys, I feel like getting used to having this fresh bottle of base coat. Like when you go from having a bottle that you gotta like tip on its side and like maneuver the brush in there to even pick up any, to having a brush having a bottle that's so nice and full and like easily fully coats the brush. It's like, I don't know. It's a learning curve that I've gone through several times and continue to need to learn. Yeah. Jackie, hello. Thank you for joining us. We are just getting started on the manicure. We have mostly finished the testing. I mean, I feel like the manicure is kind of a continuation of the test because we had I shouldn't say such. The differences were not like huge and drastic. The differences were more small and subtle. But there were some differences between, that lid and the paper, and I expect there to be some more small differences between either of those and how my nails turned out. Sunburnt. I know the feeling. Or, some of you guys might experience the opposite feeling. You want to make some noise so your notification can show up in the YouTube video, like a certain Dr. Crotron, I believe, was the notification that ended up in the last tutorial. All chat gets quiet when serious mode comes to pass. Oh. You guys are adorable, by the way, if I haven't mentioned that. Everybody here, at least. We had a troll. On Thursday. I still don't know what they said, Jerry. I was so curious. Like, I wanted to look so bad, and I was just like, don't look. You don't need to see it. It's probably something horrible. It's something, like, even when you're expecting a troll and you're prepared for a troll, sometimes it'll unexpectedly hit you, like, in a way that just is, like, super deeply offensive, even though it's this garbage person saying it. So I remember, he said, like, at first I was like, well, maybe it was a spoiler or something. I was like, no, because you guys I'm pretty much to the point where there's no spoilers left. I'm like, he must have said something pretty damn bad for Jerry to just time him out instantly with, like, no warning. Like, hey, dude, I don't know what, I don't know, but, like, that curiosity to just, like, see. And then I was just like, no, I need to get better at that, because I also, like they say, don't feed the trolls. Like, sometimes I want to argue with the trolls and, like, show them or change their mind. But out of, damn near almost 10 years online on my blog and on YouTube, I can only think of one troll that actually was like, oh, I see your point. I'm sorry. Like, they really did. Like, I really did feel like, hey, I taught them something, or I showed them a thing or two. Like, they actually did apologize. But most of the time, if you come back at the trolls, they're just going to come back at you even worse. Block, ignore, repeat should be the mantra. C4 all registered and verified. Oh, on Discord? Good. I'm assuming on Discord. A giant penis. I think I would have seen a giant penis. I mean, you guys are, like, right about here. Like, I can see, like, when chat's like, what did Daggett say? One coat isn't enough for it to peel off, and 2 coats make them pop off after one day. Oh, I still struggle sometimes with Ready for Takeoff, Anne. For me, it seems like a thin coat works best, but I feel like it's one of those things that may vary for different people. I don't know. And I wish I had another one to recommend, but the only one that I have experience with, I'm looking up there because I think it's up there, is Madame Glam's Peel Off. And I really wasn't pleased with how that worked with normal polish, so I actually would not recommend it for that. Although I would recommend it as gel peel off, but most people working with gel don't want peel off. You thought of me, Ribbons? That's sweet. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. It's not funny. It's super offensive. I think it probably would sunburnt, like in the on-screen chat momentarily, or in the Twitch chat too, depending on how quickly Jerry. I mean, I think Jerry got it pretty quick. Like I forget what I was doing, maybe killing somebody, working on a boss or something. But like I didn't even catch a glimpse of it. When I looked, it was already message deleted. But I think it does show up, like it would if it was live. You know, it'll show up and then you'll see it get timed out. Unless Twitch VODs are smarter than I think. Yeah, I think it would. It was bad, but could have been so much worse. Yeah, I mean, people really. I mean, we've discussed this before. I don't quite get the whole trolling thing. Better socks for Cherry. Dr. Crotron is a big old troublemaker. If you'd like to donate to the RPG Jerry Sock Fund. Oh, you got your first bottle a few days ago, Victoria. I hope it works for you too. I think I just said, did I? Well, that's fine. I prefer a thinner coat, and my trick to hoping it doesn't peel off early is like around the very edges. Like I try not to. I'm as a nail painter, I'm often very casual and I'm not neat. But like with the base coat, I try to definitely leave a good gap at the bottom of the cuticle so that I can like seal that in with top coat. And then you'll see me when I apply my top coat, like cap the entire tip and around the sides to kind of, like I said, seal it in there. Fighting a boss related to the sounds of... Oh, I mean, a lot of times the sounds in Hollow Knight are a bit lewd. Aw, Ribbons. Aw. For anybody that doesn't know, Jerry is Mr. Stash and Ribbons is Mrs. Stash. And they're both very, very awesome people. You run your fingers under warm water first. You mean before you apply it or before you take it off, Jackie? Like to help it adhere to your nails or to help you remove it? Yeah. I'm better with that sunburn. Like if I get just a little, like a flap at the tip of the nail, like the urge to mess with it is so strong. But I'm getting better at like, you know, sticking it back down either with a little bit more of the peel off or with a regular base coat. Thank you, Sparkly. I agree. I think my community is fucking awesome. Like, not what do I want to say? Like, we're not afraid to have some body jokes or to have some lewd comments, but we're awesome, nice people. You guys are also supportive of each other, and I don't know. It's like I think some people could like be like, oh, what the hell? How is this a nice community? Y'all are, you know, cursing and talking about all this stuff, but it's not a negative sort of thing. Like, you can have adult conversations and body jokes and all that without it being like a negative trolley experience. And building like an awesome community was top of my list when I started streaming, because I've seen like other communities and like I've seen a couple where it's like, man, how did your community go this direction? I think in some cases, the streamer doesn't always have control over their chat, of course, but I think it grows in the direction that you train it, like a trellis for a plant. And I'm training you guys in a very creative and supportive fashion, I hope. Yeah. Yeah, Jerry's looking for those them cam girls. Yeah, and I trust you, Jerry, and my other mods. I mean, like I said, we're all adults here, and lewd jokes are one thing, but crossing the line, especially if you like just roll up in here and your first comment is some complete bullshit, like, who are you? Yes, Jackie. I like that. We're crass, not disrespectful. And everyone is just having fun. It's so cool because it's like, you know, not that nail polish is super odd or super out there, but I think a lot of us have had the experience of, you know, like trying to talk to a family member about, oh, this new technique or this new collection, and you know, kind of you know, you get a confused expression or just like a, oh, okay, and obviously they don't get it. So being able to talk with other people that get it is cool. A sourdough starter. I also like the people that are, you know, maybe not as much into nail art, but think that we're cool, me and y'all, and are still hanging out. All you boys. Or maybe Jerry's just learning so he can do Ribbons' nails. TOS. I like that with the face dock. Yeah, the nail polish Facebook groups. I've seen them peripherally. I think I even got like invited or joined a couple, but like I never really spent much time there. My own, like, so the story of me and Facebook is I was never really too much into Facebook. And then OPI had a contest, and to enter the contest you had to have a Facebook page. And now, is that when it started? You also, like, people have been encouraging me to have a, you know, a fan page, and to have a fan page, it has to have a profile that owns it. So one of those two things prompted me to create a Facebook page and, you know, the fan page. And I remember I was super mad because I did not win that contest. It was the bomb awesome manicure, and I did not win. But like my fan page, I try to go on there and remember to like respond to questions or comments or that stuff, but all that goes on there is what I post on Instagram. I very, very rarely ever post to Facebook directly. And as far as my personal profile, I couldn't tell you the last time maybe I thanked somebody for a birthday wish last month, you know, and maybe I'll go pop a birthday wish on somebody else's page. But like, so you post on Instagram and it shares it to Facebook, and you'll look at the comments on Instagram and everybody is, you know, pretty nice. Same shit. You go on Facebook and everybody's so like toxic. Like, why is Facebook so toxic? I don't get it. But yeah, I'm not a huge Facebook fan. I haven't deleted my account or anything like some people, because I occasionally, like, my mom will post something to my page that she's like seen, or occasionally maybe I'll share something to her page that I think she would like to share, or I'll send her a picture and she'll give me photo credit. But I've never been one of those people that's like sitting there on Facebook. Aside from the fact that if Facebook is even open on my phone, even if it's not like I'm using it, battery goodbye. Like, if I ever like go and like just check a notification, I have to instantly remember to fully close out Facebook or my battery is just gone. Aw. God bless him for real. Gotta hang on to him, Anne. Yeah. Yeah. And it so much is. It's like, or what do you call it? Vague booking, when people post something and it's like so vague, obviously you're just waiting for somebody to come ask you about it. Like, well, if you really want to talk about it, why don't you just post it in the first place? Yours too, Jackie. Aw, all you people with sweet, understanding husbands. Because you're enjoying the chat too. That's so great. That is so great. I love hearing that. Is that for your channel ribbons? Everybody, YouTube, Ribbons has a YouTube channel also. If anybody needs more entertainment after the stream, where she like, how do I even want to describe it? Like, she'll take an urban legend or a myth or a murderer or like different things, and she'll like research about it and like turn it into a video and tell you all about it. That's probably not a very good description, but Ribbons, you drop your YouTube link in here too if you want. Instagram, Victoria, I have not given it up. I usually look at Instagram at least a couple times a day. I just, I've fallen behind so much on my posting, and then it becomes this thing where, do I just pick up like in the present? Do I try and go back and catch up with, at this point, probably like a year's worth of manicures? Do I do some mix of that? Like, well, here's a new manicure, here's one from last year. I for a while was very good at like posting pictures, posting like a little short, excuse me, like sped up tutorial of my YouTube videos. And at some point I got behind, and I just keep falling farther and farther and farther behind, which I like I said, it's been almost a year at this point, and I don't want to say I've given up Instagram. I'm not sure how to get back to posting to it, which is the exact same thing that happened with my blog. My blog is where everything started. And then at some point I got behind, and now it's like, where do I even start posting on my blog again? No timing out Ribbons. I asked her for it. Yeah. She knows where you sleep. Jerry gonna wake up tied to the bed. Ribbons there talking about, so you think you can time me out? Or well, no, okay, I'm not gonna say that. Other reasons for tying up your husband. Oh no, sparkly. Don't bother catching up, it's too daunting. Sometimes I do feel like that, Stephanie. Like, I should just forget about everything that was missed. But then I'm like, I don't know how to verbalize the anxiety even just saying that created in me. Like, what? Skip all this? What? But I know, what is the quote? Perfection is the enemy of progress. My life story in a fucking nutshell. Like, if I had waited to get the stream perfect, I probably still wouldn't be streaming. And I know, intellectually, I can't always be perfect, and trying to be perfect leads to shit just not even getting done at all. But in some cases, I've been able to overcome that better than others. I stuck up a couple recently. Well, it's probably a couple months ago at this point. I remember posting a picture of a strawberry when I picked a strawberry out of the garden. What? Oh, that's a very small. What is that? Musical has resubscribed. Thank you so much. Oh, 2 months in a row. Just 1 month away from the upgraded Barney nipple. Got behind on your blog and felt so guilty about it, and then just didn't post because it gave you major anxiety. Yeah, that's a lot of kind of what happened to me. I think my blog, the last post is from last year's state fair. Which is, pretty damn sad. It isn't a Colette stream if she doesn't say anything perverted. Accidentally. Oh, popping in quick. Did it really? Thank you, autocorrect. Make sure to correct the weirdest possible shit. And hello, X Creations. What is this? Oh, it's another adorable. It's your kitty. That's so cute, X. Kitties hanging out together. Oh no. Bat kitty! Stay off the table, kitty! Okay, that was really bad with my current voice situation. No Cartman impressions today, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, flashback posts. Yeah. I also feel too, like now that I have two monitors, while Twitch does distract me on a frequent basis, I should be able to watch something and work on something because I got the space now. I'm not missing anything. So, but I'm also really trying to focus on and we're completely sidetracked from the tutorial now, you guys. I apologize, but you know, I want to finish getting. I got 2 more Helmers to assemble. I got 2 assembled, and can you see? You see right here, that little top of that brown box? That's 2 Helmers sitting right there, waiting for me to put them together and organize the rest of my stash so that we can get to the swatching streams. I really want to. I really want to do that and organize my stash and all that stuff. Okay. 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 Tutorial. Serious time. Let's concentrate on extending my vocal cords so that I don't don't do that on tutorial talk. Remember one time I had a tutorial where I literally had almost lost my voice and I just said at the beginning of the tutorial, I'm sorry, I can't talk, you're just gonna have to watch. A nail art slump all summer and haven't been posting to Instagram as much. Try to post twice a week. Yeah, well, and the other thing too is Instagram can be kind of frustrating because you feel like people just aren't even seeing your posts because their fucking algorithm, like, I miss the I like the algorithm sometimes, but I miss the chronological scroll. I've always felt like they should have made it an option. Like, you could pick whether you want to see the most popular trending stuff of your people, or you can see, okay, what is actually the most recent posts of my people. I don't understand why they didn't just make it an option. But maybe hanging out and watching can get you out of your slump. If I can contribute to that, I would consider it a win. I get them myself sometimes, and sometimes just streaming helps me get out of my slump, because it's like, once I pick up the polish and start doing things, it's never something I regret. It's always fun. Okay, let's all right, we've got these all. God, I really should clean off this bottle. I'm gonna need to get more polish remover before I can do that, though. Like this. Okay. The colors that I'm going to be using for the gradient are from Color Club's Halo Chrome collection. We have Good as Gold. Then the green is Tougher Than Nails. And the blue, which has been through a little accident, is Oh, the Irony. And for my base color, I'm going to be using China Glaze Whiteout. Sunburnt. Alright, let's Now, this isn't quite as nice as the black, but it's pretty good. A little bit of messing around. I mean, I wouldn't wear it on its own just one coat, but it's a good, fairly opaque as a base color. Make sure and get the tips there. And I wonder too, I'll have to think about that. If I want to, like when I gradient with a sponge, a lot of times I will go ahead and top coat the base color, because otherwise often the sponge has a tendency to pull it up and you end up with weird bald patches. I wonder if I should do that now for the fan brush technique. I feel like this is if you want a long lasting manicure, don't do what I just did. Like, really, this is a thicker coat than I would recommend, just to get it opaque in a one coat and not have to mess around and do two coats. But I mean, really, for long lasting wearability, thinner coats are better. You end up with less weird issues, and you can end up with less, like, thicker coats can lead to bubbles and stuff like that. But shit. That's why I just get nail polish all over the bottle. So often, when I'm trying to squint underneath the ring light, I feel like I do that way more often than I used to now. There. I literally just did it again. Okay, look at this. Was a brand new bottle of polish. Now it's all dirty and janky. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell when the serious voice goes away, Daggett. Opens and closes the kitchen door. What do you mean you have a kitchen door, Ribbons? Who ever heard of a kitchen door? Ninja's like continuously shocked over the kitchen door. I don't find it that weird. I mean, I was thinking about it when you guys started talking about it. Like, had I ever like actually seen a kitchen door? And I don't know that I actually have, but I also didn't find it weird at all. Yeah, sometimes white can transfer. Between rooms, Daggett. Like from the kitchen to the living room or whatever. I mean, it makes perfect sense to me, especially like you were saying in the summer when you're cooking in the kitchen and shit's getting hot. You don't want that cooking heat going throughout the rest of the house. I feel like I just knocked my nail against one of these other bottles. Oh, that's way too much. I feel like I just did it again. Be very careful. Yep. See that little... It looks like a hair, but it's actually... well, it's not a smudge, but... There. We'll just fill that in. Nobody'll ever know. God, this got really messy really quick. This is another reason why you shouldn't just glom on polish, because it'll just get all in your cuticles and stuff. That's still really uneven, though. Let's just... There. That's not too bad. In sitcoms. Yeah! That, I think now, okay, now let somebody identify a sitcom that actually had a kitchen door, because I am 95% sure you're right, Sunburnt. And maybe that's why it was not shocking to me. Speaking of sitcoms, did y'all know... Okay, I'm so clumsy, guys. I swear to God, I cannot properly put this brush back in the bottle. Did you guys know that they're bringing back Elf? I heard this the other day, and at first I thought it was like a joke or a meme or something. But it appears to actually be a true thing. And if I'm remembering my sitcom lore correctly, Alf was canceled somewhat unexpectedly and didn't even have a proper final episode. Is that right? Can somebody confirm that? So I wonder if this is like, is this a reboot or is it a continuation? I don't know. I just know that it's happening. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Because, I mean, sure, it was cool, but God, can't anybody think of fucking anything cool that's original? You wish you had a door that would keep the cats out of the kitchen, but you like your house is really open. Yeah. See, our house is, like, not that open, and it would make complete sense to have a door in the kitchen doorway, but we don't have one. Your house is from a time before indoor plumbing. I don't know if our house is quite that old. I think this house was built in, like, 1890 something. So the house is over 100 years old. It's like, it's up on a hill in the middle of the block. It's like what the original farmhouse was before any of the other houses on the block ever got built. So we've got some weird stuff in this house too, Ribbons. Grilling. I love grilling C4. I mean, I can't do it myself. My brother's a pretty good griller though. Head over to his house for barbecues and whatnot. Original what? Ninja, do you know if am I accurate in stating that the original Alf was canceled unexpectedly and didn't have a proper ending? Now, I did a much better job on my left hand than on my right hand. You can see the right hand is looking a little bit dappled, we'll say. The white really shows off all that. But I mean, the left hand, you see what I mean about how you can get a pretty even finish if you just mess around with it enough. I'm gonna hope that the right hand is just good enough as it is, because I'm not messing around with it any further. Yeah, eating cats is not cool. Golden Girls. I love me some Golden Girls. No windows, just sliding glass doors. I mean, that's kind of weird, but I mean, I guess a glass door is like an actually giant window. Wait, what? And you took offense of that moon because it was a moon eating a baby? Yeah, Family Matters had a kitchen door. Jerry is Sophia. Polished Soul. I don't think I said hello to you before. Hello. A new MacGyver? God. Like all these new shows, old shows. Because you're bitter. Wow, thanks, Moon Bandit's mom. Jerry's Blanche. Oh. A lot of kitchen swinging doors, but not a knobby door. Dream of one day being Sophia, but will probably end up as Rose. Yeah, I don't know which Golden Girl I am. That I'm sure there's an internet test out there somewhere that will tell you what Golden Girl you are. We're doing more tutorial stuffs, but not with serious voice. We are just gonna add some top coat here. And, you know, I'm still noticing a few bubbles in my top coat. Why have these not settled out? Or was this mishandled? Oh, that's not too bad. I hate it when I get bubbles in my top coat that won't just properly settle out. Tag it. Oh, for anybody that doesn't know, Ninja is always like, don't put any salt in your food. But, like, you need some salt, Ninja. Salt is delicious. Or rather, salt makes everything else delicious. Hey, thank you, somebody, for something. Thank you. Thank you, C4, for a subscription. Thank you. I one of these days, you guys, I'm gonna know all my alert sounds, and when I'm working on something and an alert sound goes off, I'm not gonna be sitting here so confused. Thank you so much, Candy Cane Cupcakes. That deserves a full name pronunciation for your subscription. Enjoy your bean emote. Enjoy your Barney nipple. God, I can never unsee that. Who was evicted from Big Brother on Thursday? I can't, Stephanie. I rarely even ever turn on my TV anymore. Because and I'm breaking my own rule here, but I'm just saying it. We're not starting a discussion. I can't take the political ads. Like, period. My TV hasn't been on in such a long time. And instead, I just watch Twitch. Like, it's my entertainment. It's my background noise. Because I don't like, even if I'm, like, working or, like, you know, working on editing or doing something like that, I don't like just working in, like, a quiet vacuum. And I mean, I suppose I could play music or something, but a good Twitch stream I find to be so nice to have in the background. You know, a game with really good music, or just a streamer with, like, a good voice and a good narration style that you like. Like, some streamers, it depends. I mean, I'm sure everybody has things that they like or prefer in a stream. I like it when the streamer can maintain, I mean, like, not like you have to talk all the time, but I like when a streamer narrates what's going on, so that if I'm not, like, paying my full attention to the screen, or if I have, like, another window or something up, I still know what's going on. I missed some chat. Yes, Barney Nipple, Daggett. Who was it? Was it Dr. Crotron, or was it Jerry that called it Barney Nipple? You want Spaceballs too, the search for more money. You've forgotten what ads are. It's wonderful. You tried to get the pic and he got up and left. Cats, no. Cats absolutely no. Like Beanie, he will be asleep, he will be passed out, snoring, laying whatever, and you turn on the camera and it makes that little shling sound, and he's like, excuse me? And whatever you're trying to take a picture of is too late. Mute the tab and work on your second monitor for ad bits. Hell yeah, Ninja. I mean, it's a thing again. I got, like, several ads in a row last night when I was farming for bits. I gotta build my bit bank back up. Like, I think at my highest point, I was up to almost like $150 worth of farmed bits that I just had that I could, you know, cheer with when something cheer-worthy happened. Nice. On cartoons, even if you're watching Twitch. Yeah, I used to do that too. I would have, like, maybe Jerry or somebody on, and then, like, I like having cooking shows on, like Food Network or Cooking Channel. But sometimes, since I've got two monitors, instead of having stream on one and working on one, I'll have stream on both. And if it's a really busy day, maybe turn on the TV just to cast one of my computer tabs to the TV and be watching 3 streams at once, which sounds absurd and sounds almost unmanageable, but it depends what's being played. Yeah. Like, I like to be able to, or if I'm sleepy and I'm having those long blinks like I was talking about, I need narration. Curled up on the TV remote. You have a question, Ninja. Go for it. What is the question? Otherwise, all noises are someone trying to kill you. Why is bean a box? What? What do you mean? A box? Do you mean, are you on dark or are you on light? Does he look like a box on light, or are you... Oh, on cat cam. Oh! Oh! That, well... No. So, like, Beanie's sleeping in the other room. Beanie could probably hear me talking about him. Beanie is a hater. See if that brings him in here. Probably not. So that was the box of polishes that we decided not to use for our attempt at a fan brush gradient. Man, I'm slow. Cat/box cam. That's what we have going. Yeah. I hate those commercials too, Sunburnt. What? That's absurd. And that's absurd and ridiculous. You damn puppet! Psh, psh. Oh. Yeah, Ninja driving me crazy. I'm already just, I'm not operating at 100%. But like I feel like I'm at like a good 85%. Okay. We're gonna do some Simply Peel, because I don't know if I can keep this neat. So, recording would help. So, hello, camera. So, for anybody that doesn't know, Simply Peel is a liquid latex product, and you can paint it around the sides and skin of your nail and around the cuticles to protect said skin and cuticles from extra nail polish when you're doing messy techniques, such as gradients, water marbling, stamping in many cases, although I frequently stamp without Simply Peel because mostly it's not too bad to clean up. Mostly. And I'm actually not sure like how messy or not this is gonna be, but I feel like in order to make sure that I'm getting the gradient all the way to the edge of my nails, it would be very hard to do that without getting any on my skin. So, hopefully, this will help out. And it doesn't take very long to dry, especially if you can keep it a thin layer. And there are a ton of different brands out there, or you can even use like regular, just regular liquid latex. Although I personally did not have a great experience with that. It didn't peel as well as the Simply Peel does. Multitasking is a beautiful talent. I agree. Sometimes I'm better at it than others. C4. Gotta run. Getting off work and headed home. Have a safe trip, X. Some of them I do sunburn. Sometimes, like, I don't know. I've always had kind of a thing where it's like, if I don't like the animation style, I'll kind of be a hater, but then, like, maybe at some point I'll watch it and be like, oh, actually, that's kind of entertaining. Like South Park, which, I mean, is not a kid's cartoon, of course, but for the longest time, I was like, that looks like the dumbest shit. And then I started watching it, I'm like, actually, this is hilarious. And another, well, like a newer one that I had that experience with was, Was it The Wonderful Fantastic Adventures of Gumball? That's actually not quite a kid's cartoon either. Like, I'm sure kids like it, but it has a lot of jokes that the kids are probably not getting. Just paint the nail. Jerry, I explained what I was doing. Yeah, I know. Ninja's not a fan of South Park. Somehow he's still my friend. Octopath and Gumball style. I don't know about that. You know what does actually kind of remind me of Gumball style is oh, what is the name of it? Jerry might remember. I told him about it, and I think he had already heard about it. It's I think it's called The Swords of Ditto. The Fractured Butthole. Oh, you trying to get Wise? What is it on, Jerry? Is it on PC or is it on something else? My stuff is in the generic name category, Sunburned. Colette's computer. Colette's cell phone. Colette's Google Home Mini. Okay, so we're almost dry here. You could tell because it's almost fully transparent now. With little bits of glitter. Kind of hard to see the glitter on camera. But it's dry enough to get started with this, I think. So let's make sure we're all lined up here where we need to be. We're gonna need some more polish remover. God, I'm getting so low on acetone. I might actually, I've got regular polish remover here too. I think I'm gonna save my acetone and use... Don't fall! It fell. I got plenty of regular nail polish remover. I just don't use it that often. I usually prefer acetone because it's faster and I'm impatient. But since it's almost out, for cleaning this brush, I think the regular should be fine because I think it would be best to clean it frequently. You don't want the polish getting like gross and sticky on the brush. And I'm not sure if we'll have to do 1 or 2 coats. We'll see here. The newer My Little Pony cartoons. I've seen like some of the like fan art and stuff, but I don't think I've ever actually seen any of the new cartoons. I used to love me some My Little Pony. Your one cat is Alphonse Enford Light. That's a long name for a cat though, Ninja, but I love it. What kind of chicken shit game doesn't let you access the options menu until you actually start a new game? No, that's bogus. Well, especially because stuff like resolution, you gotta be able to... Ninja. You gotta be able to get it set up before you get started. Your computers are named after AI characters. Virgil, Barney, Gus, Stella, and Trixie. I didn't realize you had so many cats, Sunburned. All right, Jerry. Good luck getting it sorted. I'll be there eventually. Oh. Just not hell. That seems like tempting fate. Okay. At one point there was... Oh, I'm still sitting here. Oh well. I don't know if I accidentally hit that or if it was still recording from before. That's what happens when you don't pay enough attention. Okay. We've got our fan brush. We've got our polishes. We've got our lid. This maybe actually... Lid probably should go on this side. Let's get these open. Aw. It's always so hard losing pets. I feel like it helps if you have other pets left, but then too, it's sometimes sad because they can obviously tell, like, man, where's my friend? My aunt used to have 7 cats too, and multiple dogs, and the giant pig, which I mentioned to you guys before. Although I mean that was like when I was a kid, but I think she's only down to 1 cat and 1 dog now, and it just seems kind of weird because it's like I've always been used to her my whole life. having a lot of animals. Wait, it's a girl? You named a girl cat Edward, Ninja? You're probably just confusing the hell out of your cat. Nah. Maybe the cat ladies are normal and everybody else is crazy for not having enough cats. You ever think of that? Okay. I don't want to say I hate it. It's difficult for me when I'm recording tutorials of stuff that I haven't done before because, I mean, I want my tutorials to be clear and not miss anything, but I also want them to be concise and not too rambly. So, okay. We'll just see how this goes. So I top coated the white just to help speed up the dry time, and I also added a little bit of Simply Peel around the edges to keep things neat. I've got a plastic lid here that I'm going to be using to lay out the colors, and I think I'm actually going to start with the middle color. So I'm going to lay down a drop of the green, and then a drop of the blue, and a drop of the gold. Then, whoa, actually get the brush back in the bottle. With my fan brush, I'm going to pick up the colors like that, so that they're loaded on the brush, and then stroke it onto the nail like that to create the gradient. And I wasn't sure if I may need more than 1 coat for this, but I think that's actually, well, it's looking a little bit washed out on camera, but in person, well, we'll see. I may go back and do a 2nd coat. I'm going to finish the rest of my nails. I'm going to repeat that for all of them. If I have enough extra polish on the brush at any point, I may do more than 1 nail at a time, but that's basically it. I don't know if that was a good description or not, you guys. I do think laying down the green as the middle color first is a good idea. I'm not getting the biggest drops here, but oh, it's okay. It's all good. Well, almost started applying that the wrong direction. Whoop. Whoa, sorry. I think that was the webcam that I nudged there. You know, it's kind of interesting. Usually, I feel like I didn't pick up as much of that as I could have. Usually, my my tutorial camera picks things up much better than my webcam camera. In this case, the webcam camera is actually showing things much more color accurate than my tutorial camera right now. Or at least that's what the little screen is making it look like. Sometimes I think something is recording like absolute shit, and after I upload it and I'm looking at it on a regular screen, I realize it's actually just fine. Whoa, that's a messy one. It's okay though. We are definitely getting our streaky look that we wanted. Yeah? maybe even a bit streakier than I anticipated. Because this is definitely different than the paper or the plastic lid. I mean, on doing it on the nail. I mean, but I like how it's turning out, and that's the main. I mean, that's always the main thing. Oop. See that one? I feel like that one's really nice. Let's actually. And I know I'm getting behind on chat. I apologize, you guys. When I get to the recording part, well, I do it even when I'm not recording a tutorial, I guess. When I get to the nail painting part, in particular, it's like I have to actually paying attention in 2018. What? I like it. I am gonna do a second coat though, which means I'm probably gonna need another lid here. When do we beat the devil out of it? Wrong stream, Ninja. I mean, we kind of do. We dip it in the acetone, but we don't beat the devil out of it. But I do kind of slap it around on the paper towel. I'm really feeling conflicted of whether I should do a second coat or not, but I kind of feel like I'm pretty sure I should. No, I should. I really should. I mean, it seems to be drying pretty quick. Like, okay, so where are we? Like, it looks cool and it's got a streaky effect to it, but then I feel like it's got some areas where instead of looking streaky, it just looks patchy, if that makes sense. So, like on the thumb especially. Yeah, we'll do one more coat. The colors that we're going to be using today? Titanium white? I think everybody in here probably has been in Bob Ross stream. Well, maybe not. If anybody hasn't been, there is a stream on Twitch that is Bob Ross all the time. And it is wonderful. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, I really like it. I hope I don't regret doing a second coat, is what I'm gonna say. Let's I can't decide if I Okay, no, we're doing a second coat. We're doing a second coat and we're gonna hope we don't regret it. It is very metallic, Stephanie. These actually let's take a brief interlude. Let's turn that off. Let's see if we can cooperate here with me. Lamp. If I can get a good angle. These are holographic. It's a little bit harder to show them because it's multiple colors. I think you can see a little bit of it. Plus, it's not top coated yet. Whoa, that went right in my eye. The top coat will also help, but they are actually holographic chromes. Wait a minute. I gotta count my clicks. They're holographic chromes. So under this kind of light, they do look really, really shiny, really metallic. In more direct light or like sunlight, then the holographic shimmery rainbowness starts to come out. Abstractish. Yeah, like a there's like an artistic term for like brush strokey. No, Bill Alexander. I feel like I should know who Bill Alexander is. Like I've had this. In fact, might even have been in this very chat that we've had this conversation about Bill Alexander before. Moon Bandit. You call yourself an artist. Go watch Bob Ross as soon as my stream is over. 10 other nails I can try it on too. Well, that's what I almost did. I was like, well, let me just start on my right hand. Okay, let's just do it on our right hand. And if we don't like it, we just won't even tell anybody about it. Well, except for you guys. You guys know all my secrets now. You guys know all the weird behind the scenes crap and all the fuck ups that get edited out. Sometimes, you guys, oh my god, so much editing. Or pieces, whole clips left on the cutting room floor. Anybody that watched my what was supposed to be hollow gold French tips with nail foils that turned out to just be plain, not that exciting tips with gold tips with plain nail polish, because the nail foil was just an absolutely epic fail. Well, it was a fail. I don't know if it was an epic fail. It actually wasn't, like, absolutely horrible, but at the time, it sucked a lot. I was mad. I was really mad with how it turned out, and I was really mad at myself for not doing more testing and preventing the badness from happening. Okay. Okay. That's okay. You have to order these polishes now. I'm not 100% sure where else they're available from. I know they're available on Head to Toe, and I know they're available on Transdesign, and I got mine from Transdesign. They're usually quite similar, quite close in price, and similar also in shipping. Yes, it was probably from you, Sunburnt. Now, I should go see a Bill Alexander episode. Yeah, it really is. I was talking about it in the last stream that I was kind of skeptical on the Chrome claim. It was like, how different are these? I got these Halo Chromes and the Halo Crush. I was like, how different are these going to be from the previous 3 Halo Hues collections? Do they really have these different finishes that they're advertising? And I mean, as far as this, they absolutely are. Like, a couple times, not very often because I love Holo, but a couple times I was actually disappointed in the light because I was like, I want to see some more of that chrominess. I would love, after seeing these, to have Color Club put out a chrome collection, because these, I mean, they are this shiny. They are this shiny in real life, absolutely. Okay, stop with the sound effects. You hope they get there soon. I do too, Sunburn. I'm sure you'll like them. Yeah, it's just like Vegas. What happens on Twitch stays on Twitch. Alright, we're almost dry here. And then we'll finish off using this lid, and then I've got another lid that I can use. And, try to keep this brush kind of clean. My brush is getting so, like, stained. I mean, it still works. The fan brush in particular, too. We've had some discussion here on brush care, and I suck at brush care. But the fan brush in particular, I do try to remember to rinse out with water when I'm all the way done, so that it stays in a nice fan brush. It stays in a fan brush shape, but so that it goes back to being smooth and doesn't just stay spiky like this. When I get to the cleanup, too, I'll probably at least dunk it in the 100% acetone to hopefully try and get rid of some of the staining. But let's do our right hand. Our right hand. You guys are all in this with me. Alright. Blue, green, gold. I think I'll pick this up with my right hand and then paint with my for some reason this is feeling very awkward to do left-handed. I mean, I've done way harder stuff left-handed than this. And then our right hand will be our test for a second coat. Although at this point now I kind of hope I do a second coat, because otherwise my other hand is mostly dry. Sorry, I'm like not at the best angle here. My other hand is mostly dry, and might have some trouble getting the latex off. I'm like I keep sorry, like hitting you guys too. I need to be mindful of that. I guess is this one actually longer than? Oh, it is a little bit longer. It's that much longer than my cleanup brush. I'm like, why am I having this much trouble? I thought they were the same length, because they are the same brand. This is that same Golden Royal, whatever the hell the brand is, from Michaels, with the nice soft rubbery grip. And I guess apparently they have different lengths of oh, that one feels like it went really well. Well, okay, it felt like it went well, but it actually looks muddier than any of the others. That's weird. Oh! Moon Bandit with the research. That's good to know. I mean, like I said, when you, it was one of those things, like when you bring it up, all of a sudden it's like, shit, now I feel bad for not knowing. But now I know, so now I can feel good about supporting a good brand. Okay. Almost done with the right hand here. I almost feel like I'm having trouble just brushing this straight left-handed. Like, of all the easy techniques, I would think this would be right up there. Okay. Thumb. And then we'll be seeing how the second coat looks. Like, I wanted to... My intent, or my desire with the second coat, is that it makes it less splotchy while somehow still looking streaky. I don't know if that's actually... Sorry, I'm off camera here. Not sure if that's actually a thing that is possible. Okay, we'll give that just a moment to dry, so we're not having those issues. Going to lurky treadmill mode. Jackie making us all feel bad about sitting here on our asses. No. Maybe Jackie's inspiring all of us to go get off our ass and do shit later. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your treadmill, Jackie. Conditioning brush cleanser from Now Nails to help the brush along. Nice, Anne. That's something that I probably should have. But I also know myself well enough that even if I bought it, I probably wouldn't use it. I don't know. I should take better care of my brushes. On the other hand, I don't have, like, great brushes. I have, like, a bunch of random small brushes that I've just picked up different places, and a bunch of fairly cheap brushes that I've, like, picked up from Michael's. Some nail art brushes really are, like, nice brushes with, like, really nice bristles, and everything's, like, super nice. They're nice, did I mention? I feel like if I had a really good set, I would be more inclined to take better care of them. Realized after your Zoot Surf how out of shape you've gotten. Yeah, I a lot of times have like ankle issues or knee issues. For a while I was doing really good at, like, I had like a routine of walking a lot, and I've fallen off of it for quite a while due to, like, you have the issue, it gets you out of the habit, and then when you're healed, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't know if I really feel like going and doing that. But a week from Monday, I will be going to the state fair, which is usually a day of several miles of walking. Even though it's not like all at once, it's usually at a pretty casual pace. But a lot of times it does end up being like 5-6 miles of walking in a day. So hopefully I handle that okay. Good shoes, of course, really help. But on the other hand, we're also not probably going to go as far as we usually do, because with the puppy, can't spend, completely all day there. Gotta come home and let him out and let him have dinner on time and stuff, all that. But yeah, it's always like you're looking forward to something, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute, there's actually a lot of exercise involved in this too. Ordering a free step from Teeter? What is that? Is it like a I want to say like step aerobics kind of a step, or is it different? Is it like a step tracking, like a Fitbit type of a thing? Yeah. Well, I mean, even just doing that, like, set yourself a goal of, making it a little bit longer each time. All right. So right now we've got our left hand. It's looking good, and our right hand is also looking good. But we're gonna do a second coat on the right hand, and then once we do the second coat, time to peel off that latex. So let's see how this turns out. Alright, we've got our 3 drops. Get our brush loaded. Get our nail painted. Yeah, I like that. I think that is accomplishing just what I wanted it to. It doesn't look quite as brushstrokey as I would like, but it definitely is more opaque. So now we're going to peel off the latex, and you see like that polish right there. Now you don't. So it's not super messy, but it was worthwhile to do the latex. So let's just continue that. And I'll just finish off my right hand before I go back to the left hand and finish that off on camera. Well, I guess technically I'm on camera, on the other camera. Okay. I think the way you pick it up, makes quite a difference too. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can definitely see that difference, right? It's making the color a lot more vibrant, the second coat. Not that there's anything wrong with the fainter colors. Like if that's what you're going for. But with 2 coats looks more like what I wanted. Sorry. I distract myself just looking. Oh, I've heard about how much walking cons can be, Sakrista. And I know, too, like, one of the times when I was really doing good with walking was right before I went to one of the top contributor summits in California, and I was so glad I had started walking because we were in a hotel that was in the downtown area, and I stayed a couple extra days. And the first extra day, me and a couple friends walked from the hotel up to Hyde-Ashbury, which was about 4 miles there and back. And then the next day, we walked from the hotel down to Fisherman's Wharf, which was also about 4 miles there and back. And anybody that knows San Francisco knows that it's a place where it literally is uphill fucking both ways. Like, there are so many freaking hills there. Wait, I missed. The Teeter is the original brand of the inversion table. Kind of like a bike machine and an elliptical all in one. Huh, that sounds interesting. I have a stationary bike. I don't ask me the last time I got on it, but it is not a clothes rack. It's still accessible as a bike. But the foot loops that go over the top of the pedal, I only have one of those because Clark ate about half of the other one. Was like I looked down and he was chewing on it. I was like, Clark, and he looked at me, he was like, what? And I looked and he already had like chewed so much of it. Like he had chewed it into 2 pieces, so I had to like take the whole thing off. It wasn't just like a chewed up portion. He literally chewed it into multiple pieces. He went to the chiro and used his, and that's why you want one. It's so helpful. I've never been to a chiropractor. The idea kind of freaks me out, but luckily I'm pretty good at cracking stuff myself. Hi, Transcendent. Yeah. I'm glad you guys agree, because, I mean, I can see the appeal of just with 1 coat, but I feel like with 2 coats, I mean, if we just, like, look at these 2 nails. This, I think, like, this, if we were going for, like, a beachier theme, instead of having it look more like a gradient. Of course, this is a horrible one this was like the muddiest one that I did. Maybe I can show you these 2. Like that. It's just, it depends on your taste. Depends on what you're going for. Yeah, it brightens them up. There's nothing wrong with the 1 coat look, but the 2 coat look it's more juicy and vibrant and good. It's called, where'd my bottle go? It's Simply Peel. It's a liquid latex product. And there are a ton of them out there for like nail polish people. You can use regular latex. Before liquid latex was a trend, I just used tape. I mean, and if you're allergic to latex, tape is definitely still an option. I think I've mentioned before, when I do my mom's nails, I still use tape because she's not good with the liquid latex. She just gets her fingers all stuck together every time. Like, despite her best attempts otherwise. Alright, let's whoop. Yeah, there we go. And get our peel going here. Oh. You do have to be careful. Like, I have had occasions where, you lose the grip on it and then it snaps back, like, right on top of your wet nail. And that's, like, not cool. Come here. There we go. Easier on the joints and core. Easier on the joints is what I need. I feel like all my joints are like 80 years old. And not like I've been super rough on them. It just runs in the family. Usually hike. Walking on dirt is easier on your joints. Yeah. Yeah, you have to get yourself back to the car. Well, that was one of the things that I really liked about having an exercise bike. Like, there have been a couple times when I would be like riding my bike and enjoying it, and you're like having a great ride until like all of a sudden you realize, like, man, I'm fucking exhausted and I am 3 miles from home or wherever the hell you happen to be. I've also had the experience of getting a flat tire several miles from home. And on the bike, it's like you can push yourself as hard as you want to push yourself with no worries. Because if all of a sudden you're just like, oh my God, I'm done, you hop off and you're done. And it's fine. Juicy. I mean, yeah, juicy. I feel like old school would kind of be best. I feel like, and maybe this is completely a wrong thing, but I feel like, why would a chiropractor need an x-ray machine? Like, if you know what I mean? Like, they should be able to feel where they need to be working. They shouldn't need to, like, x-ray to see. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I said, I've never been to one, so I don't know. I'm not even sure, like, exactly what I'm trying to verbalize, but like, I would be shocked to go to a chiropractor and be like, okay, we're gonna take x-ray of you now. As soon as your heart rate got up, yeah. Like, what I would do on my bike is it would cycle through a couple things. It would cycle through, like, heart rate, how long you'd been on, and the distance, the equatable, that's not the right word, but the equal, what the distance would have been if you were on, like, a regular bike. So I would, like, if I saw myself at, 0.8 miles, I'd be like, okay, go to 1 mile. But then when I got to 1 mile, I'd see that I'd been on for 5 minutes, and I'd say, well, no, let's go for 10 minutes. And then, try to, like, set myself a goal. And then once I got to the goal, like, realistically, do I actually have to stop, or do I just want to stop? And then go for the next goal. Yeah, Elmer's glue. One of the reasons I don't use Elmer's glue is just because I'm so impatient and I feel like it takes a while to dry, like longer than the Simply Peel does. And also because, I mean, one of the main things that I do use it for is water marbling. And since the Elmer's glue is water-based, I always assumed that it would be not great for the water marbling. And just as a note, it's working okay, but I definitely do not like the regular polish remover as well as my pure acetone for cleaning off this brush. It's noticeably not as good. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the brush is getting gummy and not getting fully clean. Maybe I just need to swoosh it around in there some more. And the brush is definitely, I mean, you guys saw it when we started. We got a dirty, dirty brush now. No, absolutely not. I mean, like I said, liquid latex is not for everybody, Lunar. I mean, a roll of tape lasts for a long ass time. And it's much cheaper. Although not all latex products are the same price. Simply Peel, I would say, is a little bit on the spendy side. I got it during the sale, so it wasn't quite as much. And I know that I like it a lot better than regular latex, but I think even regular latex, there are like different brands, different levels. You're going to have different luck with all of them. I can't quite reach it from here. I can see the bottle of regular latex that I bought at Party City. And somewhere in my YouTube channel, I think I did a comparison between the regular latex and the Simply Peel. But, back to the Swiffer. It's completely your personal preference, and tape is definitely... The main thing I don't like about tape is, like, when you're doing it for a water marble and you do at the base of your cuticle, and unless you're using, like, a different kind of tape, like, for me... it covers your knuckle, and then, like, your fingers are like these stiff little you can't do anything. Of course, with latex, it will stick to itself, so you can't do anything in a different sort of way, but you can at least bend your fingers. Ooh, broken tailbone. My aunt had broken tailbone C4. I know that can be really, really painful. And kind of difficult to heal, because I mean, like, you're sitting all the time. Yeah. Sunburn. Like, darn, I don't get to go see that hot Cairo anymore. Tape is a multitasker. I mean, I still use tape for a lot of other things too, or at least keep some handy. Or like, I use the this little miniature lint roller for my clear stampers. Absolutely no reason in the world you couldn't just use a piece of masking tape. I just like the little lint roller because it's easy to, it goes in my little cup right next to my nail cleaner and my cleanup brush and stuff, as opposed to a roll of tape where I would have to, oh my god, peel off a piece. Like, I just like that this is like tape on a handle. Easy access to the tape. To the tape, people. Yeah. Yeah. I absolutely, like, if I think I would be possibly more inclined to, maybe want to try a chiropractor or something. Well, number one, I've never had any major problems, thankfully. Even after all my car accidents, I was lucky enough not to have like any major issues or any recurring back issues. But also, and I forget, that might have been on the Tuesday stream too, I'm pretty dang good at cracking my own body parts. I can crack just about anything. I could probably, a couple little ones, crack my neck whenever it needs it, or like like right below your neck, like right at the top of your back. Like sometimes that can be really difficult to crack. But when I used to do yoga more often, like on a really regular basis, it was like I learned what I need to do or how I need to pull my body to really get those cracks to and like you feel the release and it's just like, oh my god, it's the best thing. So I can see like the appeal of that. I just like having somebody else do that to me like would be, I'd need to get a level of trust. Like I couldn't just show up and be like, okay, go ahead and crack me. Like we need a trust building exercise. Yeah. Oh, 6 weeks. Yeah. Oh man, just talking about it makes me I mean, I've had some, like sometimes I do feel like I get some tailbone pain and I try to be more conscious of it. I think it's because I tend to like slump in my office chair, and I'm in it a lot of the day. So even though I have a decent chair, my posture's so poor. So every time I catch myself, I'll try to like sit up, put my spine like in a proper spine posture, not just like rounded out or like, weird and goofy off to the side. But I also, well, those of you who've been to my longer streams know I try to regularly get up and take a break. And not just like sit for hours and hours and hours on end. Shit, I did that one, didn't I? And I didn't peel off the latex. You guys are distracting me. It's okay though. I forgive you. I forgive y'all because I like y'all, but this will be a good example of why we're doing it right away. Because you'll see how like the latex is wanting to come up and this polish here is like dry and is like almost fighting against it. Like we did not get a clean peel here. So that is an example of why we remove the latex as soon as we're done with the reason we were using it. For a gradient, that's going to be on your last coat of gradient. On a water marble, it's going to be, after you dip into the cup. When the polish is still wet is when you will get a cleaner peel. Similar to like nail decals or vinyls. You don't want to wait for the polish to dry to peel them. You want to stick them, do your polish or whatever you're doing on top of them, and then right away peel them off. Because otherwise, well, let's see here, get a good angle here. Otherwise, you will not get as clean of a peel. There, that's pretty good. And, as I was just saying, get a nice good clean peel. And for something like this, like the base color has dried, but when you do that next coat, I mean, it makes everything wet enough again. Oh, there's that little piece that it's like touching the nail. You see that little white spot there? That's where I got a little bit of extra latex actually on my nail. I didn't think it was that bad. Can I just get a little bit like right there? Fixed. That actually is a fixable problem if you recognize it and see that it's a... Now this is interesting. I'm just going to show you guys this. You see how the polish is like almost balling up down in the bottom there? Like little chunks? That just goes to show you the difference between regular polish remover and acetone. Because if this was acetone, that would all be dissolved and the acetone would end up looking kind of bluish or greenish, depending. Like it would never be quite like that. That's kind of interesting. I like I said, I prefer acetone, but I didn't realize that my preference was actually like, it really is that much better. Like the whole brush, I mean, you can tell it's not properly clean and it's getting sticky. I'm gonna finish off, and then when I go to do my actual cleanup on my nails, I think I'll switch to regular acetone and clean off the fan brush at that time. Oh, 18 months. My God, that's a long healing process. Yeah, I love yoga. My issue right now is kind of a space issue. That's the other reason I really want to get these Helmers put together and the rest of my crap organized, to get like these shoe boxes full of nail polish that are all over the place put away and stored properly so that I have room to do yoga again. Something hurting at least a little, especially as you get older. Yeah, my dad had both of his hips replaced before he was 50, and my brother had one of his replaced before he was 40 and really needs his other one replaced. And I don't know, mine hurt a lot sometimes, but I think they would have to be a lot worse before I actually give in and have surgery. I would just love, I heard a thing on the radio the other day on NPR, and they were talking about like experimental treatment, and they were talking about injecting stem cells into your joints. I'm like, that's the shit I want. Just squirt some shit in there and it's all good. I don't want to have, especially when you get at a young age, you get a replacement, and those replacements aren't designed to last 50 years. And then what, you're ended up and you're old and you got to get another replacement because your replacement is worn out? Like, I'd really rather not. Yeah. Oh, what I was going to say, Sunburnt, about that is, so like, let's say you paint the latex on and you get like a blurb onto your nails. The solution to that is to let the latex dry, and then with like an orange stick, like kind of push it back like you would push back a cuticle, and like move it from where you don't want it to be so that it's not on your nail. That was perhaps not an excellent description, but if I'd realized it was, well, that wasn't that bad, but if I'd realized it was that much on there, I would have, with the orange stick, just gone and just like pushed it back a little bit. And depending on how big the piece is, it may make more sense to even trim it off. But also, since it's latex, if it's just like a little flap, you can kind of just bend it off of your nail onto the part on the side of your nail, and it should stick to itself and stay out of the way. I've even seen like latex ads where they're like, oh, if you can't paint your nails neatly, just latex all around, including like the inside of your cuticle, which I hate because I always seem to get it like stuck in there, and then just paint your nails messy as hell and then peel the latex off. Just paint the latex on, neaten it up with a little orange stick once it's dry, and just use it to paint your nails neatly. That just sounded bad again. I was going to say, I almost feel like my voice is getting better as the stream is going on. I really want to do something beachy. You could just plan out your next manicure, do a little bit of testing, and keep your current one a couple more days. I mean, 4 days to me is usually long. I usually, even if I love a manicure, around 4 days, I start getting a little bit antsy. Oh, you want to have some beach nails, but you don't have long nails. We got to get you some, I suppose that really probably wouldn't last unless you like resin coated or something. I was going to say, get you some nail art on the guitar picks. Or do you not use a pick? Do you actually use... So left hand's the hand on the frets, right? Frets. Is that actually the right term? I don't know where I pulled that word out of. I haven't been a musician for quite a long time, and when I was, it was not guitar. To replace the flute, and it sucked at the time, but was totally worth it. Don't be horrified, Moon Bandit. Yeah, you've seen me too, Sunburnt. Definitely me too. Cleanup brush is second only to Sesh Vite in changing my entire nail polish game. Hydrangea inspired over white tips. I love hydrangeas. Okay, let's go back into serious mode and finish off this left hand. I've completed one coat, and I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat. After I do the second coat, I'm going to go ahead and remove the liquid latex from each nail as I do it. Once they're all done, I'll be going back and doing some cleanup, as usual, with a small brush dipped in polish remover. Alright. And I don't anticipate... Well, that's a nice peel. I don't anticipate the cleanup of this being too bad. Not like the smooshie. That smooshie was just... Like, I always think smooshies are just, oh, it's a quick smooshie. But I forgot about the 20-minute cleanup. That was mostly, though, because of the black. The black is just a difficult thing to clean up well. So overall, you guys, I would say that my first foray into, whoa, okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a poor peel here. My first foray into fan brush gradienting was a success. I mean, we had a couple iffy moments there, but overall, I love the way it turned out. It's very simple. Like, I feel like it could use some stamping or something, but simple is also kind of what I wanted, because I wasn't feeling the best. I'm still not totally, but I'm feeling better than when I started, probably partly because I've been inside and not out in the crappy air. But, I mean, like I mentioned, I can't stay inside all the time. I need to let the puppy out, and I actually need to go to the pharmacy. I don't know if I'm going to do that today or tomorrow. I had some issues, we'll say, with my, oh crap, I'm forgetting to peel this off. Some issues with my insurance, and, it's just a hassle. It's just a fucking hassle. Ugh. So, I think I have it straightened out, but I don't think it's quite straightened out at the pharmacy yet. And in addition to that, I had some prescriptions that were, like, no refills. So, I requested refills from the pharmacy, and then I also, like, requested the refills from the doctor. It's not the first time that it's been like, no refills, physician's approval is needed. And I thought that the doctor, if I didn't specifically also request it from the doctor, that they might not approve the pharmacy request. So, like, I, put this in, they have this online system, and I was like, need these. Pharmacy will be calling for approval. Yeah, I know I need to come see you, but I also need to get my insurance straightened out first. And so then I'm looking at, like, the online notification from the pharmacy of what's ready, and a couple things are listed twice. Like, the doctor approved the refill request and also sent a new prescription or something. I'm like, well, I don't need 2 of this particular medication. And then I called, and I think they have what my coverage is for this month, which is not what it was last month, and is also not what it will be next month. But then when I look at the prescription status, all the prices are the prices without insurance, which in the case of my asthma medication is over fucking $400, which, shit, come on. Oh, please, come on. Okay. So yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to be a huge hassle when I go down there to talk to them, and I can just give them my current appropriate card, say, look, I only need 1 of these types of medications and whatever, but I mean, it's not just a, pop through the drive-in pharmacy type of a visit. It's I'm going to need to talk to somebody and get this all straightened out, and then hope that next month, when I switch insurance again, or switch back to the insurance that I had last month, that all goes smoothly. And it's all because a renewal notice didn't get properly sent to me, did not receive that, and, after the renewal was supposedly to be sent, I get a cancellation notice in the mail, and then, like, am operating on full-on panic mode, and I don't know, it's such a cluster. And I can't, with my asthma and all that, I can't afford to just be lackadaisical about it. I need to make sure that I stay on top of it, and then I get it all resolved and all that good stuff. So, where are we here? Quiet on the set. The site that I got these from, it's called Trans Design. I'll type it out. Like that, transdesign.com. And they also have them at, Head to Toe. Actually, it might be Head to Toe Beauty. But, if you Google them, they should pop up. Oh, and Jackie already answered that. Being behind on chat. Oh, insurance makes me angry too, Sunburnt. I mean, it's such a goofy, fucked up system, and honestly, it's one of the hardest things about not having a regular job anymore is dealing with the insurance stuff. For a while, like after I quit my job, you're able to be on Cobra, which is your insurance from your old job for up to 18 months, as long as you're paying the correct amount, which is, would have been your usual premium plus the portion that your employer would have covered. So I was spending out of my savings in order to keep my insurance. And then once I no longer had COBRA eligibility, because I'm not currently making that much money, I went from paying for this expensive COBRA coverage, which, I mean, it was good insurance, reasonable prescription copays, doctor's visits covered, all that stuff. It wasn't a high deductible or anything, so I didn't mind paying for it. But after that ended, because I'm not making enough, I actually qualify for medical assistance right now. So I went from kind of overpaying to now I feel like underpaying. Like, where is that middle ground where I can just get some decent insurance at a decent price and just like, or, hey, here's an idea. Make prescriptions reasonable price so that I don't have to worry about, well, what is my prescription copay right now? I mean, like, how, okay. We're not going to go off on that tangent right now. I just decided. I could so easily go off on that tangent. 50% less than Color Club site. Yeah. And they're cheap for everything. And, like, I think there was a filter. The old style Color Club bottles. So, like, the old ones that have, like, this kind of logo on them instead of the new logo, which looks like this. Well, the old style bottles are all on clearance, and not to tempt you too deep into trouble, but if you have anything else that you were considering picking up, you might want to look at that. CVS will text you when it's time for the next refill. Yeah, Walgreens has a similar thing. I don't usually forget because, like, I mean, like my Dulera, which is my asthma medication, it's like an inhaler, but it's got a little counter, like, right. So, like, right here, it tells you, well, it's upside down, but, like, there's 12 puffs left in that one. And then my other, like, medications, I've got, okay, like, I'm an old lady. Not all of them are prescriptions, but I have enough stuff that I'm taking that I now have. Let me show you guys. A pill container. And so, like, for my AM and my PM stuff, so whenever I refill it, I look and see, like, oh, I'm gonna need to refill this or whatever. So I don't usually, like, forget about my refills or whatever. It's just, like, I hate having to screw around with my insurance. It was so nice for, I was at my last job for like 10 years and had almost the same insurance the whole time and just didn't have to mess around with that crap. And now it's just like, I'm so sick of hassling around with it. Yeah. Oh, Jackie, you are so on top of it. I swear to God. Thank you. Oh, and that's also, yes, like, okay, our hours are from 9:05 to 9:11. Better call in these 6 minutes. Not that bad, obviously, but yeah. Yeah, having to get different approval, or I always hate it when it's like you go and you think you're getting one thing and then you're like, wait, what is this other thing? And you look and it's actually the same thing, but it's the cheaper generic, which I don't care about, but it's like, I would have appreciated being told. It's just, yeah, and it's like, it's something like your situation too, Sunburn. Like, why do you have to deal with the insurance every time? Like, hey, we just went through this. Hi, remember me? Please just fucking give me my stuff. Back from cooking finally. Welcome back, Victoria. You are here just in time for a cleanup. I think, okay, so we're gonna get rid of this with these little floating bits of polish down in here. Give me just a sec, I'm gonna dump it in the trash. Whoa. Sorry. Completely knocked into the ring light here, because the ring light, like, when I get up, it actually sticks out a little bit farther than my desk does, so I can sometimes, like, push my chair right into it. Oh, you had a fire and had to deal with the home insurance. Ugh. I think all insurance is frustrating to deal with. My friend, well, I've had to do it several times too, but thankfully not recently. But my friend just had a car accident and is still dealing with all this car insurance crap, and it's no fun. I don't know the answer. I wish I had an answer. I would just like change the whole world with my better insurance. But I feel like there's just so much room for improvement with every kind of insurance. Lobster ravioli and salad. Can we please come over? So I just want to show you guys before I get started on the cleanup. So here's our pure acetone now, and here's our dirty brush, which we were trying to clean in the regular polish remover with limited success. So I'm not sure how well it shows on camera, but do you see how the polish is actually like literally dissolving off of it in the acetone? I mean, I'm agitating it a little bit against the bottom of the bowl, but look how clean that brush is now. And that didn't take much. And the polish in there, I guess if I turn it a little bit you can see, it's dissolved. It's dissolved in there. It's not sitting in little weird balls. Weird balls, like it was in the other one though. So, let me just turn this a little bit, get this fresh corner of this paper towel here, and we'll get along to our cleanup. I was sunburnt. You are speaking my mind. Figuring out what's for dinner. If I do go to the pharmacy today instead of tomorrow, I suppose I could get something, just grab something quick while I'm out and about. That wouldn't be too bad. But I don't know if I will, because it's hot, and it's gross, and I'm tired, and Jerry's streaming. I want to see this new RPG. I had to like limit myself, C4, because I like started looking, and then I just you start like just clicking and clicking like, oh, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, and then it's like cart 54 items, and you're like, oh, probably I shouldn't buy that much. You don't have to be a chef. You could be just a good ass home cook, Victoria. You could be even an average home cook. If you're feeding yourself with something that's delicious, doesn't matter what you call it. Probably just pizza. I have a frozen pizza. I could do that. Actually, that sounds kind of good right now. All right, let's talk to these other people, the YouTube people. Or do I need to talk to them? Did I say I need a moment of thought? I did. I already said that I'm going to clean up, so I don't even have to talk to the YouTube people in this one. We just need to do our thing. And these hollows are pretty fine. Like we were kind of talking about before, that the crush ones versus the chrome ones look like they have more of a glitterier... Why do I have so much trouble with this word, you guys? Glitterier finish, which in my experience always makes, like, the more glittery something is, I mean, everybody knows glitters are hard to remove. Glitters are also hard to clean up. Like, the glitters just want to get down in whatever little crack or crevice they can and make life difficult for you. Something like this. There's a little bit of latex left there. Do you guys see it? Right there. Something like this, you know, especially with the 100% acetone, is easy to clean up. And I can't even imagine, having seen the results with that brush and the regular polish remover, like trying to do this kind of cleanup with regular polish remover, or with, oh my god, acetone free, like, you'd be here all day. I gotta have my 100% acetone. Yes, it's drying, but I mean, okay, so add lotion, add cuticle oil when you're done. You know what else is drying? Getting old, and that's what you're going to do if you try and do this with an acetone-free remover. Oh, 13 Color Club and 2 China Glaze. That sounds like a good haul, Sunburn. I mean, to me, that's a... Like, you don't want to order just, like, a couple polishes, especially if you're paying for shipping, because it seems like shipping is, what do you call it when it's... Like, it's not like it gets equally more for every bottle of polish you have. It's not like, oh, it's $1 per bottle or anything like that. It's like you'll add 6 bottles and you'll look and it'll be like $9, and you add like 4 more bottles and it'll be like $10 or something like that. I think that was about it. I'm trying to remember. I think I ordered... Well, I ordered twice. I ordered a total of 3 collections plus a couple extras. I want to say I ordered about 10 bottles each time, and shipping was like 10. But I would do stuff like, you know, take out a couple bottles or add a couple more bottles and see how much the shipping changed. Because you should be able to see the shipping before you get to the final checkout. If I'm remembering correctly for Trans Design, there should be a thing where it will let you, like, enter your zip code or enter, you know, your location, and then it will calculate the shipping for you. So, you know, you can see if it's really, you know, quote-unquote worth it to take that bottle out if one of the reasons you're removing it is just to lower the shipping. A lot of times, it doesn't change it that much. I think we've got a little bit more. Yeah. See it right there? And little goobers like that are the main reason I don't be trying to get like super close in there with my liquid latex. I think it depends on the shape of your sidewalls. Like my sidewalls, it's like this little part right here of my nail. Like I feel like it's a deep, deep canyon. I mean, obviously it's not that deep, but you know, like compared to other people's, like some I see and it's just like, you know, like their nail is sitting on top of their finger almost, and my nail is like pressed down into my finger, if that makes sense. But I feel like that's part of the reason why I have a particular amount of trouble with latex getting down in there. Like, it's just such a narrow... See, I've got another little goober right here. Right, yeah. So, if you are new to using latex, you may or may not want to try and get really super, super close. It may or may not cause you much frustration. I mean, when it works, it's slick. It's super nice. Like, I have had a couple times where I've, like, put the latex, you know, where it overlaps my cuticle, and then you peel it, and you get, you know, this kind of a clean look from the latex. But it's so rare that it's, like, not worth it for me to go for. Because I don't know how to guarantee that it's going to work like that and not just be a disaster. I've got a couple other little, like, here. I feel like this camera probably I should have probably had it, like, a little bit more like this earlier. I'm sorry. I hope you will forgive me. Alright, so we just need to do that same cleanup on our right hand. And then top coat, everybody's favorite thing. And then we will be done. And I will be ready for a nap, I feel like. I don't know. I'm kind of glad that I'm feeling less dizzy and vertigo at the moment. But I'm so sleepy. I don't know. I hope I'm right that all that is, in fact, due to the air quality, because if it is, that means that eventually it will get better once the air quality clears out a little bit more. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to, like, it gets worse when it's hot and humid. I'm not sure if the warning goes away when the temperature goes down or after it rains, when that like kind of washes out the way. More food talk up here. I'm like missing all kinds of food. Yeah, way too much food. I have that problem too, sunburn. And then I either end up stuffing myself or I end up with leftovers, which is not always a bad thing. I mean, leftovers can be good. Grilled chicken, pork tenderloins, and Brussels sprouts in your air fryer. I could get down for that. Like, roasted Brussels sprouts are so good. Especially roasted. Oh. I inevitably have to go through Japan. They always say watercolors on them to get through customs. Yes, Dr. Crotron. I mean, which, it's like, I hate to encourage, like, I suppose that's technically illegal, but come the fuck on, just give me my paints. With Parmesan, yes, C4. So much yes. Yeah, I think I can say that. Any vegetable roasted with Parmesan is bomb. I don't know about peppers. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of peppers, but like roasted cauliflower, roasted Brussels sprouts, roasted carrots. I don't know about roasted broccoli. I would prefer broccoli very lightly steamed. But Parmesan would still be good. I just feel like roasting them, you might end up with just like real shriveled little broccolis. Oops, sorry. Oh, you got the back to school box from Zoya. I saw that. Was it on Twitter or it might have been on their Instagram? I mean, that was a really good deal though. I mean, wasn't it like $200 and something worth of stuff for like $60 or something? I thought that looked like a really good deal. Zoya's boxes are usually... I ordered, what's it called? The mystery box once or twice. I love Zoya. I do love Zoya. I wish Zoya would put out a fully holographic collection. Like, they've got some scattered holos that, like, will show up in collections from time to time, but I wish they would try their hand at some linear holos and do, like, a full-on linear holo collection. I would love to see it. Am I? Yeah, we're mostly on camera here. Got some more weird latex crap going on there. And Zoya, in addition to the boxes, a lot of times Zoya has just really good sales. Like, buy two, get one free, or, you know, buy this half of the collection, get the other half of the collection free. And a lot of times those also come with free shipping. And I love Zoya's sugar scrub. It's kind of expensive, but I got it for free as a sample one time, and I really fell in love with it. And then I was like browsing around on their site, and I saw they had this was either 9 or 12 pack of the scrub. It was like all the different flavors, and it was on clearance. So, like, the bottle of the scrub was usually, like, $18 a piece, which was kind of like, oh, I don't like you that much. But this set was, like, $60 for, like, 9 or 12 of them, and I was like, well, that I can do. I mean, it was expensive, but it was also, like, enough scrub to last me my entire rest of my life, probably. I mean, I've still got most of it. I've gone through a couple bottles of it, but most of it is still in the box. Yeah, that's what's for dinner. Just a block of parm. Just a big old block of parm. Well, you know, like those gigantic Parmesan wheels, like, I remember seeing on Food Network or something, it was like a restaurant, and they would take, like, hot, fresh pasta and put it in, like, this wheel of Parmesan, and the hot pasta was hot enough. It was like it had, like, this scooped out center, and it would just go in there and, like, start melting it, and they would just, like, move it around in this block wheel of cheese until it, like, was coated completely in parm and then like stick it in the bowl, and like just this whole just wheel of cheese was just for like coating pasta in delicious fashion. Like that's what I want in my kitchen. Just a big wheel of Parmesan. Just put whatever hot food in there to melt it, coat it in Parmesan, move along with your business. I'm glad we're almost to the end, I must confess. I'm running low. I'm getting hungry. I do have some of those delicious little popcorn chips in here, but obviously I can't reach in a popcorn chip bag with my nails half done. That works better when I'm when I'm gaming or when I'm just testing polish than when I'm actually doing a manicure. Like once you start with a manicure, you're in it for the long haul until that manicure is done. But I didn't I did rather kind of correctly estimate how much nail art I was up for. I don't remember if I mentioned at the beginning of this stream I was planning on it, and then I think I got distracted because so many people showed up so quickly. Which thank you all, by the way. I would like to try water marbling with these halo chromes. The previous halo collections have all marbled very well. And I'd also like to test a little bit of marbling with the Halo Crush, although I don't have high hopes from those, because they are so sparkly. But I think these chromes, these Halo chromes would marble really well and get a really cool... I mean, I loved the marble that I did with the OMG hollows. This probably isn't on camera at all. I'm sorry. I'm getting more and more distractible, or distracted, I guess I should say. I loved the OMG water marble, and since the previous collections have marbled well, I'd like to give this a try and just see how it turns out. But I kind of felt like I wasn't fully up to a ton of water marble testing and then like water marbling today. So maybe next week for water marble with these? We'll see. Maybe even midweek, although usually my midweek is just like a simple manicure, like a plain manicure. But if I'm in the mood, there's no reason it couldn't be a water marble. I mean, there's not like a rule against it. I would never make a rule against water marbling. I see we're still on Parmesan and food. Parmesan bread bites, Parmesan zucchini, roasted green beans with parm. Hell yeah. That would be delicious. You must be talking about, I was talking about the bowl of Parmesan to toss your pasta in. Hell yeah. It looked so good because it was just like, oh man, I might have to just have some pasta and cheese for dinner. That would be pretty easy. Well, also, I hope they water marble too, Victoria. I'm cautiously optimistic. I really try to keep my my hopes in check because so many times I've been like bitterly disappointed. It's like, let's just keep things reasonable until we're sure how this actually is gonna work. But like, I feel like recently I've been very pleasantly surprised by nail polishes. The OMG Flashback collection in particular, I was really, really skeptical of, and I was pleasantly surprised. And these Halo Chrome and Halo Crush too, I was skeptical of their claims of chromeness. I was skeptical how different they'd be from previous Halo colors. And I mean, so far I'm liking them a lot. And they're not like the others. I mean, they're holographic, they're like them in that way. But other than that, they're really not that similar. So, we're almost done here. Couple last little nitpicky bits. And then we'll do top coat. And then we'll be done. Then I'll have to find somewhere to send you fine people. Yeah. Yes, Krista. That would be good. I should have like where's that little thing for grabbing cotton balls? I wonder if I could grab chips with that. Hollow polish, video games, chocolate, and cheese. Hell yeah, Lunar. I would have to add animals to that. I was gonna say cats, but then I was like, but Clark makes me really happy too. And then like I was pretty happy. I don't know. Well, most you probably saw. I almost freaked out. I was trying to get Beanie to come inside. He was hiding under the peony bushes. Peonies are like flowers, but they grow kind of like a bush. And he was like just wiggling farther and farther back in there. And I'm like trying to reach him. And then all of a sudden I realized that I almost face planted in those grasshoppers that I posted on Discord. And then I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, ooh, oh my God. And then I like had to run back in the house and get my camera. Because how often do you see grasshoppers fucking in your backyard? I mean, really. Your name is C4 and you're a cheeseaholic. I'm such a cheeseaholic. The only kind of cheese I don't like is Swiss. Well, or anything that's like spicy, like pepper jack. I'm not too much down for because, as we discussed, peppers. Bleh. Bleh. I don't, Victoria. That's another good test. I'm trying to think if I've stamped with any of the. Well, I'm calling all three collections the originals now, but the previous three Halo Hues. I don't know if I. Maybe that should be our midweek. Maybe we can do some midweek stamping again, you guys, and see how the chromes work for stamping. I kind of think that they will work, but I mean, stamping can be just as iffy as water marbling, honestly. In a completely different way. But I'm kind of curious now too. Let's tentatively put that on our list. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday, if I can fit it in. I will post updates in Discord, but we'll tentatively say Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be a Halo Chrome stamping session. Painted dinosaur, hello. Oh no. I could see if I saw that thing in the house, I would freak out. I mean, it's hard to reference size in the picture, but like the larger grasshopper in that picture was like, I mean, it would have been like as big as the palm of my hand, as long as the palm of my hand, I think almost. It was big. It was big. Cheese is addiction. I mean, as far as addictions go, I always say like nail polish is a pretty dang good addiction. Cheese is also a pretty dang good addiction, considering alternatives like crack and meth. Would you rather be a crackhead or a cheesehead? Well, now I say that and I realize I'm in Minnesota and right next door is Wisconsin and they're cheeseheads and I should be talking shit about cheeseheads. But that kind of rivalry shit is never really... I don't quite get rivalry. I don't, but I don't really get sports either. I mean, I think most rivalries like date back to sports. Like, well, why do you Minnesota and Wisconsin people not like each other? Well, because of the Vikings and the Packers, or you know, that type of stuff. Like, I don't know. I guess I could have said, would you rather be a meth head or a polish head? You've never seen? Oh, you've never... I thought you meant like you'd never seen a grasshopper, but you'd never seen the fucking grasshoppers. I mean, I'm assuming that's what was going on. Little dude trying to get it on with Big Mama. And if anybody has not seen what I'm talking about, go check out the Animals channel in my Discord. Yeah. I don't know if I'll do the water marble testing at the same time. Maybe though, but definitely stamping test stream. The other thing that has me hesitating on water marbling is, I think I mentioned it is hot. I do have my air conditioner on, and my new air conditioner, like the fan on it is so good and powerful, but I'm getting drafts in areas that I don't expect. Like if I didn't have, like right now I have a mailing envelope, like a large mailing envelope kind of propped up right to the side. It's kind of like right over here, so that it's not blowing like directly on me, but I'm pretty sure they're still getting drafts on my desk. You don't like Brie? I love Brie. You vote for Wednesday, Jackie? I'm not sure. I need to just like pick a day and have it be that, because if I like try to play it by ear, then it's like it doesn't end up happening. I'm trying to think if I have a meeting this Wednesday or not. You vote for testing now. If I wasn't so tired, Dino, I honestly probably would. Yeah. I mean, and okay, like speaking of like sports and rivalries, do you guys know that there fucking is already football in August? Like, it just seems so wrong to me. But I don't know. I'm sure the people that care about football are super happy. I can't. I just don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I were to root for any team, I mean, I guess it would be for my state team. I definitely can get behind the Vikings because they're purple. I'll like them for that before I'll like them for like being football. But I mean, all this like it feels to me like they're like, okay, when I was a kid, I am 99.9% sure that all this preseason shit was not on TV. It wasn't. It just wasn't. And now it's like it's practically treated like a regular game. Okay. Super sidetracked, but now for everybody's favorite part, the top coat, the sesh V. Let's remember to record it. I think I told you guys that week I thought I had neglected to record the top coat, and I was like, oh no! It's the best part! Don't forget. I'm always, and I mean, it's happened to me before, where I have completely like thought I pressed the button or whatever, and then like realized like, shit, I'm not recording and this is important. Top coat. Yeah, I don't know, Dino. I was what is the word I'm looking for? Not befuddled, not baffled, not blindsided, but I think it starts with a B, but I can't remember. State Fair starts Thursday. I will be at the fair a week from Monday. Like, how is that even like, what happened to the whole summer? How was my birthday over a month ago? Guys, amuse yourself over there. There's a baby you can play with. There's football on TV. I've got something to do. Bewildered. Yes. Dino. Yes. See, and that, I know that word. That's not like a word I rarely use or don't know. That just goes to show I'm not fully in my right mind. So, a little more drink of water. Try to keep our vocal cords in stretched and stable fashion so that we're not a frog on our YouTube video. Finally, I'll be finishing off with top coat, and as usual, I'm using Sesh Feet. It's almost weird. I'm almost kind of impressed with myself that I can keep my voice at a normal tone if I just like try hard enough. Because it's been so croaky and cracky this whole stream. Oh. I love this. I've just decided. I liked it. Hey, wait a minute. Was Beanie there? For a second? And I didn't even notice him? Or was he... He might have been... I don't know. I thought I just heard him. And I was like, oh. Been trying to get him in here all stream. It would absolutely figure for him to show up as I'm, like, top coding. Usually he'll wait until just right after I actually cut stream, and then he'll pop in here like, hey, what's up? I love the way this turned out. I also I'd like to try it with like creams or with something that's like a little bit less I kind of don't want to say busy, but you know, creams are like the neutral finish of nail polishes. Although this, I say that, but I'm also impressed that these kept so much of their nice, really chromy finish with the fan gradient. Can still see the brush strokes, which is nice and interesting. Hopefully, I hope I can get that to show up in some of the pictures. It's always very, very frustrating when, like, of course I can also like describe it and stuff, but it's always very frustrating when the pictures don't fully capture things. And to go back to our kind of earlier conversation, that's one of the things that I really miss about posting on Instagram and posting on my blog, is that chance to like talk more about the manicure, like what the picture is not capturing, or you know, how it's wearing, or stuff like that. All that kind of gets left out of the tutorial and even of the live stream, because it's, you know, you're seeing the birth of the manicure. You're not getting to see the life of the manicure, or I don't want to call it the death of the manicure, because that seems kind of dramatic, but you know, once you get to removal or getting the peelies, stuff like that. Or just weird things like if a polish stains your nails, you know, that would be the type of thing that I'm not going to know when I'm putting it on, you know, to be able to include as a FYI or a warning. And a lot of times I may mention it like during the live stream or in the next tutorial or something, but realistically, somebody that's watching the tutorial is not necessarily always going to see everything that I do. So, and plus also just like for my own freaking reference, like I like a couple times like on stream, I've gone to go back and look up something on my blog. I'm like, oh wait, that's not on my blog. So then I'm either limited to whatever I included in the YouTube video, or I have to start digging through like my folders of pictures. Okay, what are you guys talking about while I was top coding here? Saints fans, because hubby graduated from Purdue with Drew Brees. Oh, that's pretty cool. You know that thing over there? Thing. Yeah, that thing. No, the other thing. The thing with the doohickey. The whatchamacall. That's what I always end up saying. Oh, your pizza's baking. I'm jealous, Sunburned. I have to decide if I'm going to the pharmacy or not. That would be step one in my dinner plan. But after I finish streaming, I have to record the intro and outro. And I kind of intentionally don't record those on stream, because it's always, to me, the most awkward part of the tutorial to record, because I think partly because I'm like overthinking it. It's like I really want to have this good intro that, like, you know, follows my format or whatever, and I want to remember to mention this, and this in the outro. And I am getting somewhat better, but I feel like it's easier when I'm not trying. I don't write a script, but it's easier when I'm just going with the flow. Like with the lives or even with the tutorials. For all my serious voice, I'm not working off a script. I'm just talking about what I'm doing. Like beach nails, Dino? Yeah. You know what else would be cool, and is a technique I've always kind of wanted to try and never have? Probably could also do it with like a fan brush and get like a... But have you seen with like a toothbrush, and they get the toothbrush and the polish, and then they like... Psh, psh, and then it like... And... Speckle. Like gives you a really cool randomized speckle. But then you got at least one finger that's doing the... doing the... action. What is the word for that? I don't know. My words are getting harder and harder to find. Yeah, I think it is. Like, if I can get a slightly closer... There, like at that angle, I think you guys can kind of start to see some of the brush strokes too. And even a little bit of hollow, even though we're still on ring light mode. It definitely, I mean, to me, and I think to you guys too, it definitely does not look like a sponge gradient. And I think depending on the colors, you would get even more brush strokiness and the finish. And I think, you know, this is something that different polishes will react differently. But I like the brush strokiness. I almost wish it was even a little bit more defined. But I like that you can still see it. It's like it's awesomely glossy, but you can also see the brush strokes under... Well, I'm off camera there now. But, yeah, I'm glad that the top coat... Like, it blended the gradient without blending away the brush strokes. Dry brushing just to show the brushstroke texture. Yeah, give it a try, Sunburnt. I would encourage that. I enjoy dry brushing. I feel like regular fan brush use is kind of like dry brushing, although it's also still a little bit different. Yes, I agree with you, Sakrista. I can appreciate a good cream. Not everything. I feel like I've been kind of on a hollow kick lately. But it's mainly just because I've bought all these really nice hollows. Like a really smooth... It's like it when you have a really smooth cream on, it looks deep. Almost like it's so smooth that it looks like you could just go into it. If that makes sense. Very rarely, Anne. I wonder if it's visible in any of the pictures. Hold on just a second, guy. Let me open this and see if it's visible in any of the pictures. I actually had... Hello, are you opening? I actually had a little bit of shrinking on my last manicure. It's not a problem that I commonly have with a Sèche Vite, but it does sometimes. And a lot of people have it where it will like shrink toward the tip too. And I find that wrapping my tips with the color and with the Sèche Vite helps with that, at least. Why are you not opening up here, Zoom browser? Because you're slow? Because I'm streaming? I hope it's not making the stream lag as I'm trying to open this. Yeah, I think there's like multiple things that can cause it. Sometimes I feel like it happens if the polish is too dry. When you are, okay, shit, I don't have those pictures uploaded yet. Well, I guess then I can't even see if it shows in the pictures to show you guys. The silver manicure that I did on one nail I had, and it almost looks like a crack. It's like it's just pulled a little bit, and I literally, okay, 9 out of 10 nails were fine, and this 10th nail had a problem with it. I don't know... I don't know the science. Oh, wait a minute. The pizza's begging for Domino's website. Oh, man. You don't see the brushstrokes, Moon? Moon, look carefully. Well, of course, if you're on mobile, you're probably not going to be able to see. If you're on a big screen, I hope you can at least a little bit see. It's not showing as much on camera as it is showing in person. It's interesting because it almost looks brushstrokey enough that it looks like it would be slightly ridged when you touch it, but it's smooth. I mean, the top coat has smoothed it out. But it's like a little bit of ridginess. Suppose I can move that. I'm done painting. Yes, for real, Sakrista. Because yeah, that shit has to go everywhere. That's the other thing. It's like I don't want to accidentally speckle my camera lens, which I'm sure I would somehow manage to do. I'm glad you guys like these as much as I do. Yeah, what toppings did you put on your pizza, Sunburned? Let's hear it. Pizza toppings are like the biggest controversial topic. It's always funny because some people are like, this has to always be on pizza, and this should never in the world be on pizza. Oh, whoa. I can't get behind the banana peppers, but everything else of that sounds good. And I can get with the Hawaiian pizza. Some people are like, oh my god, pineapple on pizza? No. And some people are like, pineapple on pizza? Yes. Pretty much anything can go on pizza. I think last time we were talking about baked potato pizza. And that's real delicious. So, my pizza. If I go for pizza, the one that's in the freezer is a rising crust, 3 kinds of pepperoni pizza. So that's not anything too interesting. Should be standard and not included as a topping. That's how I am, Jackie. Pepperoni is like one of my favorite things. Baked potato pizza. So like it's a regular pizza crust, but then it's like the sauce is not like a red sauce. It's like it's kind of a sour creamy sauce, and then like potato, broccoli, cheese, of course, bacon. Like it's bomb. It was really delicious. They have it at Pizza Luce here, and I'm not sure where Pizza Luce came from. I'm not sure if Pizza Luce is everywhere in the country or not. Yeah, 3 kinds of pepperoni. So they have like what is a disc of pepperoni called? Anyway, disc-shaped pepperoni, little tiny small cube-shaped pepperoni, and what is the third kind? I think little like kind of log. I mean, it's all pepperoni, but it's basically 3 different shapes of pepperoni. Oh, your pizza's here, Sunburn. Go get your pizza. So you guys, would you like... I'm just looking at my options of where to send you guys. Would you like to go... Well, of course, some of you might not care because you're not going to hang around anyway. Would you guys like to go watch some Bob Ross? Or shall we go crash Jerry's stream and check out this new RPG he started? Which is probably where I'm going to go once I hit the bathroom as soon as I stop streaming, honestly. You're going to get started on supper too. Thank you for hanging out, C4. Have a good night, good dinner, all that stuff. Yeah, no, it's not actually 3 flavors of pepperoni, just like 3 different shapes. Alright, we're going to go Bob Ross. I'm just going to do a host. I don't think it's too much point in rating a Bob Ross stream since it's not actually live. Plus, like I mentioned before, kind of usually I only raid people that I know. Because either people that you know or people that you like really don't know at all, and you can just like come in and like change their whole day. Like that's always fun. I've seen like when Darbian gets a PB or something, a lot of times he'll find somebody he's never heard of who doesn't have barely any viewers or followers, and he'll just like send 1,000 people raiding in on him. But thank you all so much for hanging out. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You're so welcome, you guys. You really took my head off of just like my general weird feeling. Like I said, I'm not sick. I just don't feel well because of this air quality, but I really, other than when I was talking about it and complaining about it, I haven't thought about it for the past, oh shit, we've been almost 4 hours. When did that happen, you guys? I thought it was like almost 5, not almost 6. How did this happen? You may head over to Jerry's stream. I'm sure he would appreciate that, Sunburnt. And if you do, I will see you there. I'm baffled that it's almost 6. I mean, I know time flies when I'm streaming, but I'm legit baffled. Luckily, I don't have a friend to pick up today, like I did the other day. But yeah, I don't want to make this a long, drawn-out, awkward ending. I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you again, Musical and C4 for the subs. Yeah, streaming is more and better, and I don't suck at it than I ever thought I could enjoy it and not suck at it. And hopefully that makes sense. But, Hollow Knight tomorrow, for those of you who are into my gaming streams, 6 o'clock or maybe slightly earlier, because we have to finish. Well, we don't have to. I would really, really like to finish before the expansion comes out. And the expansion comes out on the 23rd, which is Thursday. So we are getting pretty close. And other than that, check out the Discord. We'll try to get this stamping stream Tuesday or Wednesday. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I hope I'll see you next time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.